grab your phone, good vibes everywhere. Ryder's got big muscles, Lisa's got the hair. You never know what they're gonna say, but there's a 45% chance you might like it anyway. It's the sauce, they're spilling it live for you. It's the sauce with your favorite morning crew. It's the sauce, 2 hours will fly by. They don't know what they're doing, but they're gonna try. It's the sauce.
Good morning, saucers. This is Saucy Sherry, and I get my day started by listening to The Sauce with Ryder and Lisa.
Hey, it's Jasmine, and I'm on The Sauce with Ryder and Lisa.
Hey, I'm Megan, and I'm on The Sauce with Ryder and Lisa.
Welcome to the Sports Interaction Studio. It is Tuesday, March 10th, and we're ready to rip.
Yeah, we've got Default Dan joining us today. We're going to talk about the gas prices.
Yeah, I'm hearing some numbers thrown around that I was very surprised by.
Yeah, so
not good.
Dan's going to come through with some tips on how to save money on gas.
Yeah.
So not only that, we're going to make him play Connections with us. We're going to get him in on 3 stars of anything today. We're talking best TV characters. If you want to get your honorable mentions in early, feel free to do so. If you want to dibs some good answers, go for it. And Tyler Yaremchuk is joining us shortly on the show as well.
Yeah, to talk Oilers. Big game tonight, middle of a very important road trip. We got it done last game. Looking to hopefully get it done tonight against Colorado. Big underdogs. The biggest underdog numbers I've seen for the Oilers on Sports Interaction yet this year. So if you believe
and if you bet on them, shout out to Sports Interaction.
Yeah.
You could win big tonight.
Yeah.
We believe. Northside Norm was in the chat earlier today and said Tommy DiCarlo passed away, the lead singer of Boston, just yesterday. Only 60 years old. And the wild part is he died on the 19th anniversary of Brad Delp's death.
Okay.
Which also was a member of Boston.
Oh, wow.
Crazy. And then today is Tom Schultz's birthday, who created the band Boston. I feel like the universe is telling us we need to
bet on Boston?
Turn up some, maybe.
Yeah.
And turn up some Boston.
Just pay some tribute.
More than a feeling.
That is a great song.
Every time I hear More Than a Feeling, I think back to 78 when my parents were 18. And I just know that when that song was first released, they would sit around in one of their buddies' basements with the orange shag carpet. One of them would have a guitar or maybe just play an air guitar.
Or it would just a huge bong.
It would be, misty for sure. Half-eaten box of pizza, some beers, and just rocking out to More Than a Feeling.
Yeah, you painted that picture so well it felt like more than a feeling.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, that was crazy music news.
Yeah, that is
sad.
That is super sad. Especially, how old did you say he was?
60.
60. That's way too young.
I know.
So sad when you hear things like that. Who was it?
And I'm pretty sure
recently passed that was in their early 60s. And I was like,
oh yeah,
Jesus.
And I'm pretty sure he was discovered off of MySpace. He did like a cover of Boston or something. Because after the original lead singer passed away, also way too young, they found him on MySpace and hired him. That's a cool story.
Yeah. It was Troy Murray who I was thinking of.
Yes, Troy Murray. And then
passed away over the weekend at the age of 62, if I'm not mistaken.
At the Blackhawks game last night, they did a massive tribute to Troy.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we might have to dig into that a little bit more. I want to hear some more stories about him. He sounded like an absolute gem.
Yeah.
All right, well.
I'm betting on Boston to win tonight.
Let's roll. Do they play tonight?
I think so. Do the Bruins play tonight, Reese?
Let's check.
I think so.
That is for starting, the first thing you said to Reese was a really hard question to know off the top of your head.
I mean, yes, Reese knows everything.
They play at 5.
Who do they play?
Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah, we're going easy. Let's do it. Let's go Boston.
Okay, let's all do it right now. Reese, you're the man of the house this week. Living alone, what's that been like for you?
Yeah, no, it's good. It's been pretty chill. Not a whole lot going on.
What do you do when you got the house to yourself?
Take care of my one cat that keeps me company, and then just try and make do with what I can. You know, like it's pretty quiet all over the place. So,
did you take the garbage out?
Took the garbage out. like I was saying yesterday when it grabbed all of the random things that flew off of my porch yesterday.
With the wind, yeah.
Did you end up finding everything?
Yeah, still looking for the cushion, which kind of sucks. Like, I'm actually kind of nervous about
There
that.
are a lot of cushions missing
Yeah, I
in the
think
greater
so.
Edmonton area.
That's so funny.
You went and watched your girlfriend's volleyball game last night.
Yes, I did.
And there was another boyfriend there that was there to support.
Yes.
Did you guys almost fight?
No, we're friendly.
Oh, they were on the same team?
Yes.
Okay. I thought maybe it was like a boyfriend from the other team.
No, it was actually, I think a lot of the other team would have had like husbands and kids.
Okay.
It was a
So
little bit.
Jess's team was the young team.
Yeah, there was a bit more of a disparity than I was expecting.
Who won? The Vets or the
They split
young
games
Bucks?
actually.
Okay.
So they lost the first one versus the Vets, and then the up and comers won the second game.
If any of the Vets are watching right now, they hate that we're calling them the Vets.
No.
So this was this was volleyball?
Yeah.
Yes.
God, I was so bad at volleyball in school.
What position did they have you in?
I didn't play any position. I just like had weak wrists.
Well, then you were bad at volleyball.
I just mean in like gym class.
I
was
know,
never
but
on a team.
If you didn't know your position, you would have just been running around the court like an asshole. So yeah,
That's right. I would scream when the ball came at me. I wasn't very athletic. Let's just say that.
I was a really good setter, but I wasn't great at anything else. Like I had the softest.
Don't
cushiony
you want
hands.
that? You want that?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
a setter.
Yeah. I feel like I was really good. I never made the A team in my hometown. I was always in the B team, but I think that's because the coach of the A team didn't like me. I talked too much.
How many guys were on the A team?
Like it would have been like one sub. And like two of my best friends were the setters on the A team, and I think I was better than them.
But because you were annoying, you
maybe
didn't
not
get.
maybe not Shitter. He was pretty good.
You should break down why you call your best friend Shitter for people that are like, wait, what's his name?
Shitter, that's his legal name.
No, it's not.
It's SZITTRE. Jitter.
So you call him Shitter because he only could go number 2 at his own house.
Yeah.
I have a friend like that too, Amanda. Shout out to Amanda. Could never go to the bathroom anywhere but her own house.
The problem was
Shout out.
I lived like 3 kilometers out of town. So
He couldn't even go in your house, like the comfort of his best friend's place.
no, and so when he had to go, I'd have to drive him to his house on my quad because I didn't have my license yet. And we'd be like driving on bumpy fields and stuff, and he'd just be
Stop.
holding it in. Yeah.
No way. Did he ever not make it?
Not that I know of. But yeah, he lived across from the school, even at school hours, elementary school, the whole shebang. He'd run home if he had to use the bathroom. So we ended up calling him Shitter. And then the movie American Pie came out, and there was a similar storyline with Shitbreak in that movie.
I think you're right.
And we were like, what?
That's
'Cause
you.
We had been calling him that for years
It
already.
seems like it's a common thing with the Saucy Posse. We were getting some comments in the chat
Huh.
saying it's real. It's a thing. Even Default Dan, who's going to be joining us, said there's nothing wrong with wanting to play exclusively home games.
Yeah, but you can't. Like, that's not how... The reference is a sports-related one. You can't just demand to play home games. That's why it was pretty annoying, to be perfectly honest, with getting him home. If I lived in town, I'd just tell him to, like, ride his bike home. But
Dre Oily in the chat said, I bet this dude has the worst vacations. It's true. There's a lot of people that go on vacation. They just don't go number 2 for 7 days.
I feel like he's gotten on top of it.
Okay.
Like, I think...
So do you still call him Shitter then?
Yeah, like it was an issue for... We probably started calling him that when he was about 12, and then... He probably got on top of it when he was about 20. Like, he moved away for school, so he would have had to learn not to poop at mommy and daddy's at that point. Anyway, grow up.
Saucy Sarah 24 in the chat. Saucy Miss Mackey said the time change is kicking their butt. I'm fine. I don't know if it's a mind over matter thing.
Mm-hmm. You need to be able to correct it. I think it's way harder if you got kids or demanding pets.
That's very true. In fact, the other morning, well, Monday morning, yesterday, when I was feeding the dogs, I was feeding them at technically 4 a.m., but it was 5 o'clock on the clock.
Yeah.
The excitement that Stanley had. He's like, what? We're eating already? Like, he's so food motivated. So the fact that he was already getting his breakfast poured, so pumped.
He's like, they screwed up.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
way
you're an
too
idiot.
early.
Yeah. So awesome.
But yeah, I think for kids, if they have a rough time sleeping too, it's just messing up everybody's routine. It does, they say, feel a little like jet lag. And they say it's the number one day of the year that people get in accidents.
Statistically, more people get in collisions. Yeah, so you got to drive really carefully. The fall time change is way worse, was a comment in the chat. So is it true if we end up getting rid of changing the clocks?
Yeah.
It means in the winter time, it's going to be dark till like 10 a.m.?
I don't know. Because, like, right now, Mountain Time is in between Saskatchewan time and Pacific. We're always the same as Pacific, but they're switching. Saskatchewan never switches. We're now the same as them. I would imagine we would have to wait and stay with based on all that, which I was just thinking out loud there. Sorry if that was boring. I would imagine we'd switch in the fall and then not do this again.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Burns said jet lag without the fun trip. It's just not worth it. Lance Kane coming through in the chat saying, good news, everyone. Today's pulled pork day in our house. Your house must smell amazing. I love pulled pork. In fact, speaking of food and today is National Ranch Day. And even though we don't have a Wingstop here,
It sounds like we could be getting one.
They have something called the Big Ass Ranch Cup, which is this massive stainless steel container. And it has 32 ounces of Wingstop's signature house-made ranch. Basically the equivalent of like 2 full pints of beer.
So like a bottle of ranch. Why don't you just go to the grocery store and get a bottle of ranch?
Maybe they have really good house-made ranch.
That's a good point.
I'm a big ranch girl. I don't care if people think it's childish. I love to smother my pizza with ranch.
Have you ever had your blue wings with blue cheese? Your hot wings with blue cheese?
That was the day that I knew I was an adult. Was the day that I dipped a hot wing in blue cheese.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is pretty good.
Or if like you get the wedge salad at the keg, the blue cheese is the better choice for dressing.
It's so good. And it's got like crumbled blue cheese on it too.
Yeah.
It's elite.
It is kind of gross when you deep dive into what blue cheese is.
Yeah, it's mold.
Yeah. Blue cheese is
pretty
just
sick.
mold.
We learned this when we watched Ratatouille. Right, everyone?
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Okay, I got to clear my throat. Reese, do you want to cut my mic for like 1 second?
Cut the mics. I don't think he cut the mic. Did you leave the mics on?
He got it. He got mine. I think yours went to
Oh, no.
We're good, though. I sorted it out.
All right, let's welcome our first guest of the day. We've got the wonderful Tyler Yaremchuk joining us. I refilled your Coke bottles for you today.
Thank you. I appreciated the text yesterday asking what kind of 5-cent candies I like.
I also refilled the fridge with some DCs, but they're not cold yet.
That's okay.
Just don't tell Waz.
Yeah, don't tell Waz.
He's going to find out as soon as he gets here. He won't even have his backpack off
sniff
yet.
him out.
Exactly.
All right, let's talk some Oilers. We haven't talked much yet. It is a big one tonight. Do we stand a chance?
I mean, yeah, you would hope so. Like, if you want to be one of the big dogs, if you want to be a playoff team, you got to win some tough games here. Like, they beat Vegas on Sunday. That's massive. You get Colorado tonight, Dallas on Thursday. You let so many easy ones slip early in the season that if you want to be a playoff team, you got to beat the big dogs at some point.
Yeah.
So giddy up. Tonight's a chance to do that.
Menzies was here yesterday, and he goes, I think they're going to beat them, but then they're going to lose the next 2 games. I was like,
Jeez.
you got me so excited there,
Yeah.
and then why would you come through with that?
Such a bold take.
If you win tonight, though, like, you should be able to beat St. Louis on Friday, even though they've won 3 in a row since selling off at the deadline. But you should be able to beat St. Louis on Friday. If you can win one of these next 2, like, you're in a good spot in this road trip. Like, 3-1 would be an awesome trip, considering, again, Vegas, Colorado, Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you look at when we dropped the game to Toronto and then to Calgary the next night. That was really shitty.
Dagger, yeah.
And this is the only way that we can make up for it. You make a good point. You got to beat some hard teams if you're going to lose the
Well,
easy ones.
And the other thing, too, is, like, again, they're only at like a 73% chance of making the playoffs, according to Money Puck. But they're also at like a 45% chance of winning the division. Like, winning the division is not a crazy, crazy thing right now. You'll need some help pretty routinely on the out-of-town scoreboard. Like, you need Anaheim to start losing. But Anaheim lost on Sunday. Like, who knows? The Ducks kind of have similar problems to the Oilers in that they can't keep pucks out of their net. So, I don't know.
Do you feel like we've had a season with so many ups and downs before? Like, I know that we have had seasons with ups and downs. Obviously, every season does. But it feels like it's been really drastic this year.
Yeah, and just because of like where expectations were, and this one's different than in years past, because like I'm thinking back to the year they fired Woody, and it was like, okay, they fired Jay Woodcroft. Even the year Woodcroft came in, like, it was brutal to start under Tippett, and we were all sitting there being like, when are they going to fire this coach? Then they fired the coach, and it was like, boom, Woodcroft took over, rocket ship. Then they fire Woodcroft that season. Again, it was a brutal start, but then basically once Knobloch took over, it was like, boom, gone. That year they beat Washington on the road like 2 weeks after Woodcroft started. Then in January, they won 16 straight. Like, this one's been weird because it's like they keep giving you kind of glimpses of like, oh, here we go. Oh, and then they kind of peter off again, which is that's what makes me nervous for tonight. Is like Sunday was such a like emotional need to have it. Season was on the line. Oh my God. Tonight you get Colorado, like one of the toughest rinks to play in, the altitude, all that shit.
I was really impressed with every line on during the game this weekend. Do you think they're going to come through and be just as impressive against this team?
I like Doc. I mean, again, it's probably a little bit of like shiny new toy, right? You see all the pieces or parts of him that, you know, you kind of like, and you'll probably pick out some warts over the next few games. They didn't play a ton that fourth line, but they obviously chipped in with the one goal. It's tough on the road to get the people were really bitching about that. They were like, oh, Knobloch's not playing his fourth line enough. I think on the road in a tough divisional game like that, I'll excuse them a little bit. Even tonight, like, you don't have last change. So if you put out your fourth line, there's a chance that Jared Bednar on the other side is just like Nate McKinnon and Nazem Kadri are over the board. So I like them. I hope Knobloch keeps everything together and gives these lines a chance to build up some chemistry. But on the road, it's tough.
Speaking of chemistry, have you heard this is obviously hearsay that there's been a little bit of drama in the locker room between like Jari and a allegedly nurse. Have you heard any rumblings about this or what's going on?
I think it's getting a little blown out of proportion. Yeah. Like, I don't even know if it's nobody that I've seen has like thrown a name to it. And everything that I've heard was like it was during practice. Like, it's when the media was there watching practice. And like, again, guys are going to get heated. I think back to when St. Louis won the Stanley Cup in 2018, I think it was Robert Bortuzzo and someone else in January, literally dropped the gloves at practice and fist fought. Like, this shit happens, right?
Emotions are high.
Again, professional athletes, egos. If you have 25 coworkers, the odds of you getting along with all 25 of them perfectly are pretty low. Like,
true.
Alpha males, all of that stuff combines in these situations. And like, my understanding of the situation was, and Gregor had a clip last week being like, Tristan Jarry got lit up in practice. And I think maybe there was a little bit of, maybe someone felt Tristan Jarry wasn't totally dialed in during practice. Let him hear it. He maybe had something to say. You move on. Like, these guys have closed door meetings where they'll air grievances and stuff. Like, I think it's getting totally blown out of proportion.
Well, you even look at Shaq and Kobe back in the day.
Hated each
other. And that was when they were winning. I can't imagine the extra pressure that would be added if things aren't going the way that you'd hope they would.
Especially when it's a position like goaltending. And there's also the element of, like, you know, Tristan Jarry maybe could be more accountable at times. That's something that was a knock on him going back to Pittsburgh. But like, the room loved Skinner and the room loved Pickard. So if you're going to come in and, again, a position like goaltending where it's very apparent whether it's on you or not on you, like it's either weak goal or the team in front of you imploded, and it's going to lead to frustration no matter which kind of side whichever side the goal falls on. Like, I think it's tough. Like, again, it probably hasn't been the start to their relationship that they all would have wanted. But the other thing is that winning would cure everything. We wouldn't be hearing about this if Tristan Jarry had a 905 and the Oilers had won 8 of their last 9 games.
Right, yeah, good point.
Vancouver and Calgary lost again last night. Did you see that coming?
Yes. Like, they're brutal.
Dang.
They're not in, like, the interesting spots for me right now are in the East, where Florida and Toronto, they both have conditional picks. So their first round picks, they traded them away last year. but they're both protected if the teams fall to a certain area. So like if Toronto picks in the top 5, they get to keep their first round pick this year. But if they pick anywhere else, they got to trade it to Boston. So like Toronto's in this weird spot now where like they're very clearly not going to make the playoffs, even though they have a very similar record to the Oilers, funny enough. But like they're very clearly not going to make the playoffs. They need to lose a bunch now to try hold on to their first round pick. Florida's in the same boat. Their first rounder to Chicago is like top 10 protected. So like there's talk that like they might start telling guys like Marchand and stuff like, hey, if you were thinking of getting surgery in the offseason, just get it now.
Wow.
We're good. Like we don't need you, because they need to fall so that they can keep their first round pick. So that's the interesting one. Like Vancouver, Calgary, they're tanking to get the best possible pick. It's a tire fire in Vancouver especially. But those other teams that are like kind of looking to do we're going to bounce back next year, they are desperate to hold on to that first round pick this year because they, again, don't want to give away. Toronto could give up the 6th overall pick in the draft. That's crazy.
The East is wild this year, too. I heard somebody yesterday say it might be the first time ever that a 100-point team doesn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, so in the East, if you don't have a 600 points percentage or better, you're out. In the West, 5 of the 8 playoff teams in the East, or 5 of the 8 playoff teams in the West don't have a 600 or better. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, the East is wild competitive. Like, one of Ottawa, Columbus, or Washington, and Washington stumbled now. One of them's going to miss, and they've all had, like, decent seasons.
What can you tell us what you think about Buffalo? Like, are they the team? Are they legit?
And also, are you like a little bit excited just because you are a Bills fan? Like, is there something there?
They haven't made the playoffs in 14 years.
Well, and Reese was saying that. He's like, there's kids that have never seen their team
in the playoffs.
That's so exciting for the community.
Think if you're like a 20-year-old Buffalo Sabres fan. They've made the playoffs since you're 6. You basically don't remember the last time they were in the playoffs. And you're 20. You're like a fully grown. Like, that's crazy.
That's so exciting.
It's super exciting. I do think, like, I have a soft spot for, like, Buffalo and the sports community there, obviously. I think kind of, like, every hockey fan going into the playoffs, like, I don't know if you've seen any of the highlights, like, that building is absolutely rocking right now. Like, there's a life in that fan base, and the team's feeding off it. I think every hockey fan, unless maybe you're a Leafs fan, like, once your team's out, you're probably watching Sabres games in the playoffs, being like, I'm rooting for them. Like, they're a great story, especially considering in December they fired their GM because they were like, this is a disaster, and they were right near the bottom of the league. And what they've done since December 1st, they're the number 1 team in the NHL, and it's something like they're like 30 points percentages or whatever, however you'd say it, above second. There you go, points percentage since December 1st.
Yeah.
Look at that gap between them and Colorado.
That's
even.
crazy.
That's wild. 29-8-2.
I saw someone share this and they just wrote "Hell has frozen over" and it had like 20,000 likes on X. I was like, wow, this is making some noise.
I don't think early in the season anybody would have expected this. It does feel a bit like St. Louis when they got things rocking and they were unstoppable.
And
they won the Stanley Cup that year.
Team of Destiny stuff. I'm also holding out hope because there's been a tweet going viral over the last like kind of 3-4 days. Some Sabres fan tweeted back in 2018, so 8 years ago. And he goes, guys, I just talked to a psychic who told me the Sabres are winning the Stanley Cup in 2026 and the Bills are winning the Super Bowl in 2027. So I don't believe in most of that mumbo jumbo.
But that's exciting.
But if the Sabres win the Cup this year, I'm all in on this one psychic.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's cool. I think they would be like everybody's second favorite team right now because, they've had hardships. And
everybody likes lovable losers.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If they get her done or like even end up this season, let's say in first place in the East or in their division, what happens if they want to be awarded the GM of the year when they fired their first GM who kind of put the majority of this lineup together?
Well, yeah, like the Yaremchuk took over in December, and the only move he made was the one on the day before the deadline, acquiring Shannon Stanley from Winnipeg. Other than that, this is the exact same team that the fired general manager built. Like, that's insane.
Oh my God.
I don't think you can give him GM of the year. No. But what it is doing is like Kevin Adams, when they fired him, everyone was like, oh, he had 5 years to rebuild the Sabres and they never got a sniff of the playoffs. Brutal GM. And now everyone's kind of sitting here being like, maybe he'll get another job. Like, he's probably sitting at home, like actively rooting for the Sabres as much as maybe he's pissed off.
A little bit bitter.
But like, if they go on this run and he's like, see, like my plan worked, guys. I just
Yeah.
needed the 5th year.
Yeah, here's my resume.
Yeah, he'll
Hire
get
me.
another job for sure.
Well, the interesting thing to me too is like he built this team kind of defense first with his big picks early on.
Yeah.
Like Darlene and Power, and you started from the back end, but those guys don't really show what they got for NHL elite skill until they're 23, 24. Whereas you can get a forward like Macklin Celebrini who comes in and can be dominant in his year 18, 19.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it took 5 years, but that's because he started with getting really good defense. And if he hadn't, like, who knows?
Yeah.
They wouldn't be where they are right now, probably.
Yeah, and even like, I mean, he was in a tough spot this summer with the Peterka deal. And he had to, Peterka wanted out, had to trade him. That's a young 30-plus goal scorer. He flips him for Kesselring and Doan, and Josh Doan's having a better year than Peterka now, which is insane. Like, again, in hindsight, he made some great moves. But again, in December, we were all sitting there carving the guy. So it's kind of like
It would have been awesome if Parayko would have said yes to that deal, because
Yeah.
I think you add that grit to that lineup, and they would have been a favorite
Yeah.
coming out of the East, maybe.
And all those D-men you mentioned, they're all lefties. So like a big Colton Parayko on
Right.
the right side with some of those young guys would have been really, really good. But that's a whole nother mess in St. Louis because they want to rebuild, but everyone they have has a no-trade clause and none of them want to leave. So it's like this awkward thing where management's like, go away. And these guys are like, no, we all believe in each other.
And love the city.
And love the city. Yeah, like Parayko's married to like some girl who's like the heir to a pizza chain in
Yeah,
St.
yeah,
Louis.
I
And he's
heard
like, I
that.
ain't leaving.
I got it made.
That's so funny. I thought for sure he'd want to come to somewhere like Edmonton because he's such a bubble guy, like a
I think-
St. Albert
I think
lifestyle.
he'd wave to come back to Edmonton in the summer.
Yeah. I
Interesting.
agree. I think that would be kind of cool. Just a quick shout out to Northside Norm, donated $5 to the Ben Stelter Foundation, wants to ask Tyler if Lance can watch the game from your shed. I don't know what that means. Do you have
Yeah.
like a shed that you have a TV in and stuff?
Nope, just a running joke that Lance lives in my shed.
I mean, all right. We're all coming over.
Lance is always hitting me up. If I say on the show, like, yeah, I'm not really doing much this weekend, he is in my DMs like, I'll hang out with you.
Yeah, where are we going? What are
and
we
I'm
doing?
always like, Lance, it's all good, buddy. I'll spend time with my wife. Don't worry.
We all have this parasocial relationship with Tyler Yaremchuk.
Yeah.
It's relatable.
There is one more question I wanted to ask you about potentially St. Louis, now that we're talking about them. I heard rumblings that there was one team that the Oilers were in discussion with for a potential Nurse move. Would St. Louis have been possibly that place? Toronto? Like,
Toronto makes sense, and the Nurse smoke has definitely gotten a little bit thicker over the last 2 weeks because multiple insiders have brought it up. I think Toronto would make sense because they have Morgan Riley, and I think they want to get rid of Morgan Riley. So it's like, do you just Lucic for Neil this thing and swap
Right.
bad contract for bad contract? That would make sense to me. I think Buffalo would make some amount of sense in the summer for kind of the same reasons as Parayko.
Sure.
And again, that's close to his home, right? He's a Hamilton guy. I think Detroit would make sense. They went and got Falk at the deadline, but I think they'd want to add another D-man over the summer. And again, you're close to Ontario in that kind of area. I don't know about St. Louis. I think St. Louis would be one of those teams that you'd have to pay them to take Nurse's deal.
Sure.
Whereas I think there might still be a GM somewhere who'd like look at Darnell Nurse and be like, if you keep $2 million, I'd like him at $7 million, and that's how the Oilers can get rid of this.
because he does have the skill set. He has every tool in the toolbox to have a great career and be a dominant, awesome defenseman. It's just he doesn't seem to put it all together. I mean, there were stretches last year
good,
where he
yeah.
looked like a $7 million defenseman.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever lived up to his contract. but-
No, and he never will. And I think it's almost like an unfair expectation to put on him. And it's not Darnell Nurse's fault if someone offered me $9 million.
Yeah, I'd take it.
I'd take it probably pretty quick. So like, it's not Darnell Nurse's fault here. It's, Ken Holland's fault for bridging him and probably Peter Chiarelli's fault for bridging him. And like 2 bridge deals was just stupid from the beginning. I think with the spot where the Oilers need to be at here with Darnell Nurse is they need to make him, like, forget even a $7 million defenseman. Make him the best $4 million defenseman that you can. They have him playing with Ty Amberson. I know last game Ekholm was sick, so Nurse kind of picked up a few more minutes. But, like, you have a top pairing, Ekholm and Bouchard, locked in. That is a very, very good top pairing. I think Murphy and Wallman could be a really, really good second pairing. make Nurse and Emberson the best third pairing you can make it. Does it suck having a $9.25 million guy in your third pairing? Like, obviously, yes. But, like, give them 14, 15 minutes a game, sheltered minutes, ozone starts. Don't let them kill you. And, again, I'd rather have a $9.25 million defenseman on my third pair that's giving me quality third pairing minutes than playing him over his head and having him cost you games. Like, in the last 2 games, he's deflected pucks into his own net.
Right.
God damn it.
Yeah, true. And we now have the team that we're going to ride into, hopefully, the playoffs. So let's just embrace it.
Put everyone in roles where they can succeed, right? Like, that even goes back to the third line a little bit. Like, you went out and got a guy like Dickinson who thrives playing in the 12 to 14 minute range. That's what you want. Just guys who can thrive in their roles. That's why I like the look of that fourth line. Like, it's 3 guys who can crash, bang, skate really fast. Good. If they get 8-9 minutes a game, they know what they need to do in their 8-9 minutes. They don't need to pretend to be something they're not.
I'm excited for the game tonight. Let's do something.
I mean, let's put us up against the best and see what we got.
Yeah, like, you need some big wins here. It's play it straight. 18 games left in the season, and you probably need to go 12-6 to make the playoffs. Like, that is a daunting
yeah, that's
stat.
scary.
Looking at Colorado's forwards is insane now that they added Kadri too. Like, their top 9 forwards could be the top line of any other team.
Oh yeah,
damn near.
And like, they got injuries right now too. Like, Landeskog's not playing, and it just like doesn't matter. Like, they're so deep, and it's guys who are like real pains in the behind to play against. Like, Nichushkin is like a big guy.
Yeah.
Brock Nelson's got a little bit of bite to him still. Like,
Kadri.
Well, now you had Kadri, and Nick Waugh's been on playoff runs with Vegas. He's a Stanley Cup champion. Like, yeah, look at this. Like, that's without Landeskog. Like, you're gonna put Landeskog somewhere in there and figure out where to squeeze him in. Like,
And Lehkonen.
And who?
Lehkonen.
Oh, yeah, they're missing Lehkonen, too. Jesus, he's another guy who's just a prick, and he's been on playoff runs. Like, you're going to put Landeskog and Lehkonen probably right next to Brock Nelson, and then you're going to move Colton and Nichushkin down to the third line. Brindley's been an awesome story. Parker Kelly, I think he's a local guy, too. That fourth line with Drury, it's crazy how deep they are. Crazy.
You say the word prick with as much passion as my dad, and I have an appreciation for it. When he says it, it just means a bit more.
It means, yeah.
So we had a game of fill in the blank with you, but I think we've actually gone through most of these questions, so it's going to be shorter than we thought. Or I'll just run them by again and give us a short form answer.
Yeah, let's do that. Fill in the blank, and then we'll let you get out of here.
For the Oilers to win the Pacific Division, they will need to
go 13-4-1, because that would give them 13, 26, 27 points on top of what they got. Would put them at, do you have the number in front of you? What are they at right now? Are they at 70? Or are they a touch higher? If they can get to like 97 points, I think they have a shot at winning the division.
They are 70 points, yeah.
Yeah, so 13-4-1 puts you at 97. 97, I'll say, is good enough to win. So 13-4-1 to win the division.
Okay, next question.
Connor McDavid's point total this year will be?
So if they're going to win 13 games, I think we can book them for at least 13 2-point performances, maybe a couple threes, 26, 30. I'll say 139.
Damn.
A team currently in a playoff spot that you don't think will make it.
Maybe Boston. There's this stat that people like to look at. It's called PDO, and it's combining your save percentage and shooting percentage as a team to kind of create a measure that's like, are you lucky or are you unlucky, right? Because the idea is throughout the course of a year, you should play against every caliber of goalie. If everything's equal, you should get some games against weak backups. You should get some games where the other team steals you one, but you should score on like anywhere from 9 to 10% of your shots. Boston's like way higher than that 10% mark this year. I think they're a touch lucky, and I think Ottawa this year has been pretty unlucky. So I think Ottawa can jump Boston, and I think that's it. I think the West is staying the same. I think the West is going the 8.
Yeah, well, Boston needs to win tonight because we all just bet on it.
All right. Well,
Yeah, in honor of the band Boston.
Yes, after the lead singer passed away yesterday, and it's there. Well, no, and the guy who created the band, the mastermind behind it, it's his birthday today. So we're like, whoa, Boston news this week. Let's bet on Boston so they can win tonight.
They've got the Kings tonight, too.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see some
Kings-
separation there if we can.
and the Kings played yesterday.
They did play yesterday. All right. The Boston bet's a good one then. Thank you, Tyler. Where can people find you after the show?
Daily Face-Off coming up a little bit later on. Owen every day at noon. We got Devin Dubnyk on to talk about the goaltending stuff.
Perfect.
He once had a banging quote about getting into it with Nail Yakupov at practice. So maybe we'll rehash that story as well.
That.
It doesn't seem like he's over it. When that Nail's name comes up, he has a similar passion to the way you say prick.
It's true.
So we'll have Doobie on, and then our friend Jesse Montano from Colorado is going to stop by, preview the Avs game. So loaded show on O&E at noon.
It's a late one tonight too, right?
8 p.m. start. That's good. That's good for me, though, because I got early curling on Tuesdays.
Okay.
So I'll be able
Perfect.
to go be up in the lounge watching the game, having a beer.
We might see you this weekend on the sheets, as Tyler has a team in the media bonspiel, as do I, and we're both skips. So we could end up spending a lot of time together.
We might be in the same pool. What time are your games on Saturday?
6:30 Friday, 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Saturday.
Oh, we must be in different pools, which means we could meet in the playoffs. They always say in there, they're like, you can opt out of the playoffs on Sunday if you don't want to play, and I'm way too competitive. I'm like, no.
You're like, I will be there with
why would
bells
I do
on.
this if I can't win? What's the point?
Exactly. What did I do the rest of this for?
Yeah.
Thank you, Tyler. You're
right.
Yaremchuk.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate it, man.
Yep.
All right. We've got, we want to talk about this Facebook marketplace and hiring somebody to beat the shit out of your baby daddy. What's happening
Okay,
there?
so just creeping through Facebook Marketplace, and there's now options where people can just post a selfie of themselves looking hardcore, and they'll say, for $50, I'll beat up your baby daddy. This is real.
This is a growing trend now
I guess so.
on marketplace.
It's kind of like a softer version of like a hitman.
Yeah.
But instead, you're hiring someone, $50, they'll go and they'll one punch your baby daddy.
So is this, do you think the first one that was posted was serious? It got some traction and now guys are just kidding? Like, should I post one?
You should. You should
Yeah.
just put it on our Instagram story
Yeah.
with your email address to e-transfer. And just be like, if you need me, I'm here.
I would do bad at that, I think. You know?
I got logged out of my account.
Okay.
Do you guys think I got hacked?
That's a good two-way conversation happening there. Right in the middle of it, Lisa
I'm
just
back in.
gets up and leaves.
Sorry, I was just panicking.
Sorry.
A lot of people are getting hacked these days. I didn't want it to be the case for us.
I'll try to scramble better next time. But I did say that I think I would do bad at if I got hired to go and fight somebody.
Well, that's because you protect the thumb, and apparently that's not the right thing to do.
That's good. You do that and hold her up here like Bubbles.
Speaking of bubbles, coming up on the show today, 3 stars of anything, your favorite top 3, the best TV characters
Of all time.
of all time. So
didn't
that's
even
going to get
think.
pretty intense.
Trailer Park Boys there.
I know, it's really hard to come up with a list of 3 characters. There's so many options.
Yeah. And how do you pick between what was his name? Shit. Trevor and
Corey,
and Trevor. How do you pick between them?
Corey, Trevor, Smokes, let's go. My girlfriends always say that when we're out drinking on the weekends
Yeah.
and they want to go for a smoke break. They go, Corey, Trevor. That's all you need to say, and that means we're going to the smoke pit.
So what should I be wearing for this photo shoot if I'm going to post online about fighting baby daddies?
So what I've noticed is they usually have their hoodie on and the hood up and something covering their face to look like more, and glasses. And then it's them holding up their fist.
All right. I don't know if I have anything to cover
Put your
my
hood up.
face. Let's try this.
Yes, that's exactly it. That's the vibe. And then hold up your fist.
Reese, would you be scared of this?
Well,
I don't know.
would you hire him for $50?
Not for 50.
How much?
25?
I'll take it.
Reese can do it himself.
Willing to bargain.
Anyway, let's get into trending stories brought to you by Just Bite Me Meals. That is your go-to spot for online orders of delicious, healthy, nutritious food, prepped dinners and lunches for on the go. I mean, we went and visited someone yesterday to drop off some food for them, and that's a perfect option. You don't even have to drive over. You can get it delivered right to their doorstep. JustBiteMeMeals.com. Your first order, 20% off if you use the promo code SAUCE20. 2020. Get it done.
Trending. Let's get into it. What do you got?
Okay, so there's a dog that's gone viral. Reese, you know a little bit more about this story than we do. So this dog has been getting so much traction on Instagram after the owners announced that the dog has cancer. So it's getting up to like, what, 1 million likes per post or something crazy like that?
Yeah, I think this dog's kind of blown up the last little bit, and it is a very cute looking dog. It sounds like he's been through some pretty tough luck as of late.
Yeah, I'd say not only this diagnosis, but then the owners decided to take it on a last time trip.
Before his big surgery.
Before the big surgery, just, you know, a little vacation, time to unwind. The dog gets attacked.
By another dog.
When they're on vacation. Worst luck ever.
Yeah. So now what's happening? Do we have an update on the dog?
Yeah.
Is he doing all right? Is he going in for surgery? Do we know any more?
Yeah, what's the schedule for the surgery, Reese?
Yeah, so basically I think they've been they had to go get this dog tended to because he was attacked at his last at their little hoorah at the resort. And so now I think it's been just like a bit of trying to get him back into like fully healthy shape before the surgery, and it's tomorrow. So it's getting a little bit chaotic.
So the dog's name is Mutu, and wait till you see this dog. It's
So
going to
cute.
make you want to like pay millions of dollars so it lives forever. It's that adorable.
I want to see this pup now. Uh-oh. Do we have the pup? Oh,
No.
boy.
No,
He is so cute.
that's him during surgery. Reese is on it. Look at this little baby.
I think Reese is going to get the video for us
Yeah.
so we can see it together.
Our screen keeps freezing. It's the full moon.
Yeah. Retrograde.
Mercury in retrograde, time change, full moon this week. Nothing's going our way.
Oh, please.
What?
Look at it outside. It's perfect. Beautiful day. I think I read that within the next 30 days, we're going to see an extra hour and 37 minutes of sunshine a day.
I was so excited about this until last night when I was like, it's too bright in the living room.
Yeah.
Now I'm already switching to being negative about the longer days.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
Well, that's why when you say nothing's going right for us, the moon, the stars, everything's against us, I have to check you once in a while and say, like, okay, well, have a look around.
While Reese grabs pictures of this sweet little baby angel, let's talk about what else is happening in the news. Bieber tossed a water bottle at paparazzi. They're trying to, like, charge him, and it's like,
It didn't even hit them.
I don't even think paparazzi should be allowed to sue. When you're up in these people's faces,
Yeah.
flashing cameras at them,
Especially, like, if they're having a rough day. And celebrities, as much as, like, people mock the fact that, well, they make enough money, they should deal with this. No, they shouldn't have to deal with you getting in their personal space. Nobody should.
I mean, getting a water bottle thrown at you would suck.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you've thrown water bottles at other vehicles.
Once. And that guy deserved it.
Why?
Because he cut me off, and then when I was trying to get into a specific lane that I needed to get into, he kept on speeding up and then slowing down.
Oof.
And I had my kid with me, and I almost got run off the road. So I pulled up beside him, and they were looking at me, him and his buddy, and they were laughing. So I unrolled the window.
Triggering.
And I gunned an Aquafina at the side of their vehicle. And then I drove away realizing my only backup in that situation was my then 3-year-old.
Did she have her fist up like this in the back seat?
She was ready. Those guys were garbage humans.
Police have identified 35-year-old Ivana Ortiz as the suspect who allegedly fired multiple rounds into Rihanna's Beverly Hills home on Sunday. She's been booked for attempted murder and is being held on a $10 million bail. I watched some old videos of this woman.
Crazy?
Yeah, she's not all there.
Right.
And she's obsessed with Rihanna. And that's what's scary. She keeps talking like, Rihanna and I hate each other. Like, I have shares in Ulta Beauty. And we don't like each other and Rihanna's the devil, and she's like going on and on. So that's like really scary
It's also
because she had a motive and like she was wanting
Right.
to take her down.
It's also scary when you think that, like, when you're obsessed with somebody's a fan, you'd think it was positive, but it can be negative as well. Like,
Selena, John Lennon.
Dimebag Darrell from Pantera, that was just like a super fan that walked in while he was on stage and killed him. Yeah, it's awful.
So Lance, no, you can't live in Tyler's shed.
Yeah, quit it. We're gonna start being scared, bro. All right, we got this puppy.
Show us Mutu.
Mutu,
You
the
guys are
viral
no,
sensation.
Stop.
He's perfect.
It's a girl, I think.
She's perfect. I guess I should have been able to tell that. I was looking at the face.
Look at the necklace. No,
Get through it.
we don't deserve dogs.
Look at the floppy
So
ears.
this
That's
sweet
what
little
I'm
baby-
totally a sucker for
The
floppy
caption
ears.
on this post on Instagram says, "I have cancer, human. It's in my liver."
Oh,
No,
Bit of a trooper.
stop. The smile.
Clearly a very sweet girl.
No,
if that
I'm
was my
obsessed
dog,
with her.
If that was my dog and I saw another dog attacking her, that's the only time that I would say this. But I would beat the shit out of that other dog.
Or at least try to.
Well, and get it off, like, away from my dog for sure.
My brother-in-law had to do that with his dog. The neighbor's dogs ran over and just started beating it up. And
Yeah.
he had to, like, kick the dog. He's
Right.
like, I felt so bad, but, like, they were on the verge of killing
Yeah.
his dog. The dog had to get stitches. Look at Mutu.
So I think that was right after he had gotten cleaned up after his, like, little skirmish at the resort.
Is it a boy or a girl? Do we know?
It's a girl.
How do you know?
Because the comments say, you've got this, girl.
Oh.
No,
Well,
look at that face.
Reese is of the opinion that all cats are girls and all dogs are boys, which I kind of agree with.
You said you're taking care of your cat at home. Is it a girl or a boy?
Girl.
Yeah, all of them are.
Not true.
Well, I know scientifically that doesn't line up, but like emotionally it kind of does.
I'm obsessed with this dog, and I just hope it gets through surgery today.
Yeah. I want to like kiss its head and smell its stinky stink.
Listen, I love dogs so much. Dogs are allowed to sleep in your bed. Anyone that's like, I don't let my dog on the couch. Okay.
I don't let you on my couch.
Exactly.
Ooh, good shirt.
You can sit on the floor. That's my dog spot. Move.
We got some more trending stories to share with you. It sounds like ESPN and the National Hockey League are going to team up for the Inside Out Classic. So they've done this before where they have the games live but cartoon form, which is pretty amazing that technology can do that. And the play-by-play is usually given by characters of whatever the theme is.
What have they done in the past? I feel like I've watched a couple versions of this.
Yeah, I forget what the other
Me
one
too.
was.
Who remembers? I know there's going to be people in the chat that have watched these in the past. What cartoon characters have they done this with before? Because this is such a smart way to get kids interested in your favorite sport. If you're a die-hard hockey fan, you get to be like, sit down, let's watch this together. I was listening to Real Life. It was Bagged Milk and Wanye. And Wanye was saying that his 5-year-old was really into a show they were watching because there was a 5-year-old on the show. He's like, it was the first time my kid was actually interested in what was going on. They like to see representation. They like to watch someone that they can relate with. So putting these cartoons on the screen for a sporting event, absolutely brilliant.
So it's part of their Alternacasts. Like I said, this one will be the Inside Out Classic. Rangers versus the Capitals on April 5th.
So cute.
And it'll be voiced by all the characters or all the actors that voiced different characters in Inside Out. I can't wait for the next edition.
Which is?
Trailer Park Boys.
They are not going to do a Trailer Park Boys version.
Or it's like a cartoon. Stay with that. South Park. Let's get that going.
Okay, I don't know if that would be appropriate for your 6-year-old to
I'd
watch.
watch that, though.
I mean, so would I. I think most millennials would.
especially like Rangers games are a pretty tough watch this year. So they'd have to make it interesting for me to sit down and watch. South Park could do that.
I mean, yeah, if you are a New York Rangers fan, you're pumped that your kids are interested in watching the game with you. That's good stuff. Marvel has been one in the past, says Default Dan, who, by the way, is going to be joining us on the sauce here today. Yes to Trailer Park Boys and South Park. South Park would be awesome. Especially if you got, dang, what's the character's Kenny? Does Kenny even speak?
I don't think so. Is he the
Kenny
one that doesn't
dies?
speak? Yeah.
Kenny dies halfway through the broadcast.
I was thinking of the Canadian characters that they have could be like the defensive pair. Those. What are the Canadian characters?
You need to get a refresh on all of your pop culture. You didn't know Corey Trevor.
The Canadian characters from South Park, when they were trying to take over, I guess we could do the Mounties, but I feel like there was 2 characters that they ended up announcing were Canadian. Anyway, doesn't matter.
The NFL has done The Simpsons, SpongeBob, and Toy Story.
Terrence and Phillip. I knew it. Sorry, continue.
It's okay. You got to it before anyone in the chat. So
Yeah,
you
hell
win.
yeah.
You win.
Nice try, Terrence. Or Dry Oily. I think I need a break.
Yeah, we're really struggling through this show today. We're going to get through this together, though.
And there's another story that is making news. I don't believe we talked about this yesterday, the outhouse. Or did we?
What outhouse? Yes, we did.
Oh.
The guy that got it on in the outhouse with the 2 chicks.
Yeah. Okay, then I got this one, which I find is fairly interesting as well, and I thought maybe could lead to a discussion with the chat.
Okay.
A woman named Tara from Missouri was arrested this month in Springfield after a family discovered that she had broken into the house half naked and was eating Fruity Pebbles and petting their dog. They came downstairs and were like, "Excuse me, what are you doing here?" The 23-year-old had no pants on, no socks or shoes, only wearing a jacket around her waist. And she said that she was fair and she shouldn't be in trouble because she knocked before she came in. That's what she told the family. And then again, the police. She's pleaded not guilty to first-degree burglary and...
burglary for the Fruity Pebbles?
Well, I guess so.
And
like,
milk?
It's kind of like breaking and entering and...
My gosh, I haven't had Fruity Pebbles in years. Now I want them. I can taste them.
I don't remember what Fruity Pebbles taste like. Yeah, it's been that long.
They're so good.
Are they still in stores?
I don't know.
And were they originally a Flintstone-themed cereal, Fruity Pebbles? I think they were. Mm-hmm. So the characters on the boxes were... So those go way back.
They're so good.
So the Flintstones were around longer than you've been around. Mm-hmm. By a long shot.
Yeah, kids cereal is where it's at. You start getting to the age where you're like, oh, how much fiber's in this?
Yeah.
I need Raisin Bran. No, let's go back to Cinnamon Toast Crunch. What are we doing here?
Yeah. They were so good. And anybody that takes those cereals and turns them into dessert bars so adults can enjoy them is doing God's work.
Mm-hmm. I think Bread and Butter downstairs does that.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
Are adults not allowed to enjoy Fruity Pebbles?
I think they are.
They can.
It's just rare because adults are always looking at the sugar content and going, oh, I probably shouldn't.
Yeah. It's like you have to sacrifice. If you have Fruity Pebbles in the morning, you can't have beers with dinner.
Yeah, you start having to sub things out.
Or else you just get bigger and bigger, Reese. You don't understand this yet.
Yeah,
I don't
you
want
still
to
have
live in these constraints.
Well, get used to it. You're still young and you have a metabolism.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I eat a cheeseburger and I can see it on my thigh 2 hours later. I wish I was joking.
That's because you eat it so fast. You can actually see the chunks that fell off
Yes.
of the burger on your
There's
thigh.
stirred stains.
Yeah, you got to make some big sacrifices out there. Reese, like this weekend at the media curling bonspiel, I plan to only have 6 pitchers of beer on the Saturday.
Saucy Justin said, save it for 3 stars. Best kids cereal. We're doing that tomorrow.
Okay.
Best kids cereal. And we're getting serious about it.
Yeah, here's my question is, have you ever ended up in somebody's house that wasn't yours by accident?
No, but I've heard of this happening before. Like our buddy Grant, who actually was on an Oilersnation trip in Jasper a decade ago.
Yeah.
When we were just fans of Oilersnation, not employees. and he got so turboed, he was trying to get into the wrong hotel room. The wrong hotel.
The wrong hotel. So he went to the front desk and said, "Why isn't my key working?" And they said, "Because that's the hotel down the street. We use cards here."
And he was
So I
holding
just
a physical key.
Picture him trying to jam his physical key somewhere into... And the people must have been terrified in the
it'd be
room.
so scary if some drunk dude was trying to get into your hotel room and he was getting mad at them. He's like, "Let me into my room." They're like, "Sir, you're at the wrong building."
Speaking of, I was talking about my buddy Shitter earlier on the show. Back in the day, we dropped him off after a party night at his house, and he got out of the vehicle and walked to the wrong house across the street. And we're like, well, let's see how this plays out. Cop answers the door with his gun pulled.
No.
He's like,
It was the cop's house?
cop's house.
The one cop in the small town.
And says, "What do you want?" It was 3 a.m, and he goes, "Oh yeah." My buddy Shitter goes, "What are you doing in my house?"
Awesome.
Still thought it was his house.
Lindsay, I know a guy who went back to his buddy's house, drunk, passed out on the couch, woke up the next day. It was a complete stranger's house.
Oh, that's got to be like the worst kind of
Anxiety. This one here, I went to the reverse address, the street instead of the Ave. I walked right into their house with a case of beer.
Yeah,
I feel like that would be acceptable. I'd be like, "Come on in."
I always get
have a drink.
nervous going to a friend's house if I haven't been there in a bit, and I'm like, is this the right one?
Yeah.
Because if not, they see a guy that is like rolling in pizzas and beers, and what the hell is this guy doing on our property?
Amber goes on to say, "I was so embarrassed I gave them a beer and I left."
Good move. Good move.
That's great.
My buddy Jan got drunk, kicked down the door of a random family, and ate their chips. They came home very scared. They did not press charges. He just had to pay for a new door.
Makes you wonder.
Yeah.
Like, was Goldilocks drunk?
I don't know. Well, no, because Goldilocks
She goes to the bear's house, tries all their different porridges.
and their beds, but
And their
that's
beds.
because she was like lost in the woods and needed a place.
Goldilocks was a brat.
She didn't think it was her house.
She walked in.
She
Yeah, I know,
knew-
but was she drunk? Because she goes in and she's just like, "This one's too hot. Oh, this one's too cold. Oh, this one's just right."
Yeah, I know, but like,
But they didn't know who she was. So that's why.
I think
she was probably turboed.
No, she just came into an empty house and needed some food.
So she goes through and she's being like snobby about the different temperatures of each porridge.
Can you imagine how much damage hot porridge could do to your mouth?
I've been through it.
Have you?
Thank you for agreeing with me. Goldilocks was drunk. Moving on.
I know, just before we get over, like BVJ, I know buddies that like I've gone there with that will end up in the wrong trailer, like at the camp, like because there's the campsite.
They all look the
there.
same.
Yeah, and I think once you're like in one, it'd be pretty easy to just be like, "Oh, I think this is mine," because there's hundreds of them, like for rows and rows.
And if you're like staying in your buddy's trailer, you don't know what it looks like, don't know what stuff he has on the counter, that kind of thing.
So yeah, I know a couple guys that weekend they've go in there, and then basically majority of the time everybody in that trailer will just wake up and be like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, sorry, whoopsie."
I feel like it's
Walk
more
back.
acceptable at BVJ though.
Yeah, I could see, like, I
Yeah.
would understand if somebody did that.
Remember that time you had a buddy in town and he came home from the bar earlier than you?
Uh-huh.
And he couldn't get in the door, so he jumped onto the front deck and came through the front deck door.
Yeah, and you were just...
I was passed out, like sleeping on the couch. Like I didn't go out, was sober. And that's what I woke up to in the dark. Was a man
large
coming
man
through.
who you hadn't met yet.
No. He jumped onto the patio and came through the door. And I was hiding and he didn't see me and he went and like passed out in the bed that he was in. I've never been so scared.
Yeah, sorry about that. He snuck away from the bar, needed to go home, got himself an Uber, didn't tell me he was leaving, or I would have given him my key
I was so
and
scared.
let you know that was coming.
What's BBJ, says Liz Lemon in the chat. BVJ, Big Valley Jamboree, the big country music festival that's held every year in Edson? Where is that?
No, Camrose.
Camrose.
Some good stories from that.
Man, my girlfriends and I used to sneak in all the time. We would call people that were already there, and keep in mind this was back when you had flip phones, so like the service was terrible. So luckily you'd get through to someone that wasn't too drunk and they could answer their phone, and we would be like, "What color are the wristbands this year?" And they'd be like, "Purple." So we'd go to Superstore and we'd buy the all dressed crispers, which is in the purple shiny bag, and we would each buy one and we'd rip off the top and then we'd tape it around our wrist, and we would just drive in.
And the best part too, you have a snack as well.
It's perfect. That's all we ate.
That's all you needed for the whole weekend was a bag of crispers.
Anyway, they have different kinds of wristbands now, so don't bother.
Yeah,
I think they caught on to
scanned
us.
them, but that was old school.
That was old school days.
Yeah.
We were bad girls.
Stage 13 was a good time out there too. I wish they wouldn't have got rid of that one. I wonder why the country one has been able to work financially and they just didn't think the rock one did. Right? Because like they got the grounds there.
I know why. Because the country fans come back every year.
Yeah.
And they're proud of it. Like there are people that are in their 60s, 70s that are like, I've been coming to BVJ.
You make a good point.
And they bring their chairs and they watch every single concert.
And yeah, there's people,
tradition.
There's people there at 10 a.m. buying food from the food trucks, buying beers.
They love it.
Whereas the rock show, people like show up at 9 o'clock at night for the final 2 acts.
Mm-hmm.
I went to BVJ just that one time, and I was like, okay, I don't want to spend a bunch of money. Like, we picked up all of the stuff that we'd need before. And literally, as soon as I got in there, I spent like $145 on this like plastic cowboy hat.
Right.
It's just like once you get in there, it is like full on, I'm country, I am full on into this. Like, you definitely adopt that lifestyle.
You're taking a dip.
I don't know if I'd be able to do the same thing at a rock concert.
Right.
And the rock community, this is going to sound harsh, and it's meant to, are the most judgmental people I've ever met. If you are a big fan of Metallica and a new band comes along that's pretty heavy, you hate them immediately.
Yeah, and you gatekeep the music. Like if I were to come through wearing a Metallica shirt and I didn't know more than 3 songs, I would get eaten alive by the fan base.
And then like you get a band like, let's say, Kings of Leon, who had an incredible first album and great success, but then they were too mainstream and the rock audience turns their back on them.
That's right.
Like there's this hipster gatekeeping thing with rock. So you're right. You don't get people going back every year because they would have been pouting too hard to buy tickets.
Or they get
on
like
who the lineup was.
intimidated that they won't fit in. So they're like, I just won't go because they're newer fans of whatever.
Like when I went, it was, I think, Sum 41 played into ZZ Top, then played into Evanescence. That was like the lineup that night. And I thought it was awesome. All 3 bands shred.
What's that one Evanescence song?
You hated me, but you love me, and make up your mind. Is that pretty good? That wasn't the one you were thinking of.
Bring Me to Life?
Sure.
Bring me to life. Is that how it goes?
You just sung all the words in the same note. That wasn't how it goes.
So you're singing My Immortal, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Whatever. Who cares? Leave it to the experts.
And but there would have been people there, though, that are like, I'm only here for ZZ Top. I don't want to hear Evanescence. I don't listen to bands where there's a chick singer.
What's your Evanescence story? I feel like you have a really funny Evanescence story.
Yeah, so Amy Lee and I were getting it on big time in a hotel in Camrose.
No, you're making that up. This is something else.
Oh, it's
It
the
was like
other
a
story?
radio announcer said the band name wrong.
Yeah. So I was driving out to Stage 13 and listening to a local rock station, and the guy with the real big voice was like, it was the promotion for the event.
And is this another prime example of someone that's like only a fan of big rock bands and doesn't know anything about Evanescence?
So it wasn't the radio announcer.
Oh.
It was the production voice. So like the imaging, the stuff that says like, You're listening to blank.
Rock 104.
Yeah. I can just call out which station it was. It's fine. So I was listening to The Bear on the drive out, and it's like, The Bear presents Stage 13 featuring ZZ Top. And then like, boom, 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 boom. And then Evanescence.
So they thought it was a woman named Emma?
I don't know.
I love this.
They just pronounced it wrong, but with that huge booming voice, I was like, Evanescence? What? That's the wrong band.
That's perfect.
Are we going to watch the cover band for Evanescence? So now every time, I was with a buddy in the vehicle at the time, every time we hear anything about Evanescence, we just say, Evanescence.
Thank you to everyone who has reminded us what the true Evanescence song is. Wake me up inside.
Yeah.
Do you know that one?
Yeah.
Can't wake up.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, we know those songs too.
Right. Anyway, apologies to the Bear for the call out. You do amazing work.
Yeah, it was just a mistake. It's just the guy who voiced it made the mistake, and then the production guy wasn't paying attention when he
So good.
put it in the system.
It happens.
Evanescence.
Wake me up inside.
Can't wake up.
All right, let's get into the top six
your
signs. Top six signs. I want everyone to give us their list if what your score is out of 6. Top 6 signs you're leveling up as an adult. Are you
We've
ready
got
for
another
this?
top 6 coming up a little later on the show.
This is the show of countdowns.
The top 6 ways to save gas, or like not use as much gas, is coming up because the gas prices are insane.
Okay, number 1 on the list.
For leveling up as an adult.
Yes.
Okay.
Signs you've leveled up. Watching everything with subtitles. Do you have a point or no?
Why is that a level up? I like to
Top 6 signs you're leveled up with adulting.
Yeah, but I like just watching TV. I don't like reading TV.
You don't put subtitles on for everything?
No.
Okay, good for you. You don't have a point. Like, what do you want from me?
Well, it doesn't make any sense that that's a level up.
Why
that
not?
Sounds like you're lame.
No, it's not.
Yeah, then you're just
I like doing that.
instead of seeing the acting performance, instead of appreciating their God gift, you're just reading.
Well, I need the subtitles on when I watch The Pit. Because the one nurse, I don't know what she's saying because she's got her Pittsburgh accent.
I will say there are certain shows that subtitles amplify. Like,
Night of the Seven Kingdoms, when you don't know what the hell is going on.
it's too dark to see, yeah.
6 signs you're leveled up with adulting. Number 1, watching everything with subtitles. Point or no point? Being excited about going to bed. Unnecessary noises or too many noises annoys you. Feeling the benefits of water as you're drinking it. Turning down the radio or your podcast to help you park. Being excited to buy something useful for your home, aka a vacuum or an air fryer, or maybe some new scented glass cleaner. I have 6 out of 6.
I'm 3.5 out of 6.
Congrats, you're only half adult.
Yeah, some of those seem pretty lame, to be perfectly honest.
I found it online.
Yeah, well, good.
It's legit.
What website?
It was on Instagram.
Lameass.com?
No, it was on Instagram, and everyone I know was sharing it to their story. So I was like, clearly this is something that resonates with our demographic. Therefore, I'm going to bring it to the sauce.
It does seem like most people in the chat are
Thank you.
on board.
6 for 6 here says Turd 70. Some of these names in the chat. Turd
We got a poll up right now. How
Thank
many
you.
of those 6 did you check off? Can you blast through them one more time really quick? Just so people can, if they didn't get it, they got it this time.
Watching everything with subtitles. Being excited about bedtime. Unnecessary noises or too many of them annoys you. Feeling the benefits of water as you're drinking it. Turning down the radio or podcast so you can park. And being excited to buy something useful for your home. Reese, how many out of 6 do you have?
Maybe like 3.
See, because Reese is cool.
Yeah, Reese doesn't get excited about bed.
Reese rips. Do you get excited about going to bed?
Like sometimes I find that I look forward to like the time before bed because it's like I can do kind of whatever.
You just lay around.
Yeah. But so I'm not always excited to go to bed, but if I am like tired, then yeah, I'm pretty pumped.
To me, I'm not excited to go to bed when I go to bed late. I'm excited to go to bed when I've chosen to go to bed early. And because I know I'm going to get a bomb sleep. But if it's tonight, there's an Oilers game at 8. That game's not going to be done until 11:45.
And then you got a post-game Oilersnation After Dark with
Boardsy. It'll be 12:30. And then when I go to bed, I'm like, this is going to be a shitty sleep. I'm not excited for bed.
Mr. Burns coming through. I don't think it's supposed to necessarily be a positive list. It's just a sign you're getting older. Lance said that list sucked. Well, why don't you host the show?
Yeah, he
why
would
don't
love to.
all you haters.
Lance would be here. He's probably on his way now that you said that.
He's leaving Tyler's shed, and he's on his way to Oilersnation HQ. You prep the show.
Hey.
It's actually quite hard.
The list was fine.
It's actually not hard at all. I only prep like 4 things. Okay, moving on.
Okay, let's move on to your 4th thing that you've prepped. What do you got for us?
What else do I have here? I wanted to talk about the girl who set the Guinness World Record for owning 18,500 Barbie dolls, and she actually earned a second title by identifying the toys while she was blindfolded.
Yeah, she correctly got 19 different Barbies in 3 minutes.
What do you think?
Using only touch.
What do you think you could identify blindfolded?
Bottles of beer. Would be my... Because, I just picture it.
Like a Heineken.
You grab a Corona.
Yeah.
You know that's a Corona.
You know.
You grab a Heine. Pardon me.
You grab the Heine.
You grab Amy Lee's Heine in the Camrose Hotel. You know it's a Heineken. Because the shape of the bottle. Right?
Yeah.
And even
Even a Guinness, you just know. Like picking it up.
So that's a can, usually.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh.
No?
Yeah, I guess.
I guess not. They all feel the same.
Bottles would be, I think, easier than cans.
Right.
But, you could even tell from the top of the bottle. After you crack it, you could tell if it's, circular or if it's just one ring at the top. Because they're all different.
Well, yeah, and, even a Michelob Ultra. They're very unique.
Mm-hmm. And some have, the little dots around... You know what I mean? Almost like Braille on them. It might be Braille. I've never thought about that. I don't think it is, but...
Anyway, so this chick, her name's Bettina. She now holds the Guinness World Record. Is getting a Guinness World Record even cool anymore, or are there way too many things in the book? Do we still care about Guinness World Records anymore?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
I think oh my gosh. Guinness World Records are super dope.
You can say that again.
Yeah, he's in it for the toughest time saying that sentence.
Saying Guinness World Records.
Yeah, he's on page 6.
Okay, so...
It's a full page.
Saucy Northside Norm just came through saying, oh my God, did you guys see the LA marathon ending? Did you guys see this? What happened just the other day during the marathon?
No.
Holy crap. This guy was in the lead by a long shot. He was coming through.
To win it.
And a second place guy came out of nowhere, pretty much turned into Sonic the Hedgehog.
Just buck wild.
And passes him with 1 second left, literally at the finish line, and beats him. And this guy was winning the whole time till the very end. That's why they say to not get too cocky near the end.
Yeah, you see that happen quite a bit when people start celebrating. I've always wondered too with track, even a 200 meter, when people let off the gas with 1 meter.
They're like, I've got this.
Why would you ever do that? Why would you ever let off the gas unless you're going to pass out unless you let off the gas?
It's almost like he saw the ribbon and his body was like, I did it.
Yeah.
And he stopped, but he was 1 second too early.
So if he would have kept his same pace, he would have won?
Yeah.
And the Sonic the Hedgehog would have just put in all that effort for nothing.
He comes through and pretty much pushes this guy over and gets first place.
It is pretty intense, the ending of marathons, how many stories you see from them. Right at the end of marathons, you had that mom that went viral because her dad, the dad, her husband, came with the kids and let them run to her before she had finished. And everybody's give her moment. She's not a mom right now. She's a runner. She's a beast.
Yeah. She's more than just a mom.
So why are you throwing kids at her before she's completed this mission?
Right.
Which totally understand. The dad looked offended that she ran by them. I'm like, she's running a marathon and not done yet, you moron.
Remember what happened to me when I ran my marathon? I've never told this story on the show. I don't think.
Lisa shit herself.
No, but
She did.
no, this is super embarrassing. So you know how runners, they wear the little belt, the vest? And it was my time of month. Like I ran that marathon because I lost a bet on our show and I had to run the marathon with no training. But I was also, it was during my cycle. So I had a tampon in my vest. And as I'm running by this big group of people that were there to cheer everyone on, including Ryder and Charlie, I lifted my arm up to wave to them, and my massive jumbo tampon came flying out of my vest and landed in front of this massive crowd of people. And I could have kept running, but I actually thought I needed it. So then I had to turn around, go pick it up in front of everyone.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, ooh. What did that one guy say? There was a guy that was
never seen that before. I think it was what one of the guys by me said.
Way to be prepared.
Yeah.
Something along those. It was really embarrassing, but that's showbiz, baby.
The fact that you had to throw in that it was a massive jumbo.
It had to be. I'm running a marathon.
Okay, I didn't know. Like,
it's not because I'm
okay.
Having a heavy flow. What's that quote from Mean Girls? I'm not going to say
Heavy
it.
set?
No, it's a wide set.
Yeah.
Right.
I have the
It's not your
video of
fault.
the marathon.
Okay, let's check it out.
Okay, let's watch it.
Please, for the love of God, let's check it out.
Okay, look at this.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine
He thinks he has it in the bag.
Can you imagine having that much left to do that?
See how the guy in first place is just like, I'm coasting. I've
Yeah,
got
that's
this.
not coasting. That's faster than you ran the whole time. Oh, my God. Is he going to get there? You already told us. He
Oh my
0.01 seconds. 0.01 seconds more.
Oh. That's crazy.
It's kind of mean.
No, it's not.
He pushed him over.
And he just made a bunch of money.
Can we watch that again?
Is that for first place? Mm-hmm. He did look back, too. Like, he
epic.
knew he was coming.
No, did he?
Yeah, that guy in first, I think, didn't have anything left. Like, you can even see the way he falls at the end. Yeah, he's looking back.
I don't think he knows he's there.
Oh, boy.
Before that camera even, this is such a major gap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
major.
And then
Yeah.
boom, all of a
Major.
sudden.
That guy went into like full
That's
on
crazy.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, you know what? You said something there, and I disagreed with it because, like, the competitive side of me, you're always going to try to beat your competitors. But you're right, that was kind of mean.
It's
like
mean.
It somehow feels wrong.
It does. I feel really bad for that guy. 0.01 seconds is insane.
And like the way he even reached for the thing, and because Buddy got it first, ends up wiping out.
That's a great question from Kels. Do you get a special prize for placing first at a marathon like this? Is there a prize?
Yeah, there's cash.
I wouldn't know. I was the 8th last person at the Edmonton Marathon. So
18th last, I think. Out of 600,000.
pretty much. It was so humbling when old men were passing me.
Yeah. Walking.
Hate to be ageist, but like truly, I was like, come on, really?
How much do you make winning? Let's just do the Boston Marathon.
But this is one for the books. Like, I'm glad we all got to watch that together because that's history right there.
$150,000 for first place, and it's a drop to $75,000 for second place. So let's just see LA Marathon. How much? LA Marathon prize money.
Do you think that he pushed him at all or no?
No.
No, he just kind of got in front of him a bit.
So first place there, much different. $25,000. Second place, $10K. So they're still a significant drop. You lost $15,000 by a half of a step.
Whew.
I mean, when you look at the Olympics, though, how many stories like that are there out there? That, like, if you would have had your time being 0.2 seconds better, you would have gotten the gold, and a lot of countries pay based on your placement. So, yeah, it's a tough world out there.
No, Google the LA Marathon rider. Haha. I wonder if it's more.
I know, I just did.
Oh, you just did. Sorry.
25,000 for first.
Okay.
10,000 for second. But yeah, I did Boston first. That's the biggest one, I think, for prize pool.
Mm-hmm. They do them at like Disneyland and stuff now too. Like hardcores will go not for the rides. They go just to run. Imagine loving running that much.
I have a buddy who's Curtis Hargrove. We've talked about on the show before. He's ran a bunch of marathons in high heels to raise awareness for women and children's shelters, mainly.
Yeah, no, I thought of him when I wanted to give up.
Runs full marathons in high heels.
His feet are so damaged now, though.
He's blown an Achilles doing it. Like, puts his body on the line for something he cares about. Respect. But yeah, he was talking the other day. I think I saw a video of his online that he ran 4 marathons in a month. Like, it was every weekend he was going somewhere new to run a marathon.
Yeah.
Not a goddamn chance.
Absolutely not. All right, let's check in with the chat. Let's give some shout outs to everyone that's just hanging out and having a conversation. We got Brett Holden in the chat, Lance Kane, of course, Kels, we've got Mr. Burns, of course, Saucy Amber, we've got Northside Norm, we've got Koof009, Jamie of the Night has checked in, Default Dan, the Liz Lemon, Saucy Justin, Dana Bergs, Dry Oily,
If you're
Devin,
watching too and you get nervous about commenting,
Shan Lin.
because I know some people in the chat get that way. I feel that way sometimes pre-gaming with Boardsy. Like,
Oh,
what
not
should
me.
I say? What should I say?
I like to blow that chat up.
But please, this is a very welcoming spot. The more the names, the merrier. And always appreciate you hammering that like button as well. The more likes we get, the more YouTube will push out the video for strangers to see. And in doing so,
That helps us.
the more chance our show succeeds.
Step Crazy, that's a new name in the chat. Welcome to the sauce.
We are at 39 likes right now. We got to do better than that.
What the hell's that about?
I don't
Ryder will
know.
tell the secret if we hit 100.
If we hit 100, I will tell a secret.
We need 60 more likes.
Let me figure out what my secret will be.
60 more likes
Well,
on the vid. Ryder tells a secret.
in 38 minutes?
What do you mean?
Well, we've only got 38 minutes left on the show.
Oh,
That's a tall task.
well.
Get
When
liking
there's
now.
triple digits watching and only 41 likes, it's a problem. It's a problem.
I don't know what my secret will be. Ooh.
I'm excited. Is it something I'd know?
I was watching What Chaos, which is part of the Nation Network, the other day with a couple guys that have been on the show before, Pete Blackburn and DJ Bean. And they did a 24-hour stream leading up to the trade deadline. So 24 hours straight. So I watched a bit of it before I went to bed. And it was chaos. And I threw some money in the super chat and said, I want one secret from all of you for this.
Did you get secrets?
They didn't really know what to say off the top. And then I got some pretty good secrets. The one guy real named himself. Their producer.
Ryder will say his last name.
What? Are you serious?
Smash that like button. We got 10 more.
And the other two,
we just got a $10 donation. Thank you.
the other two talked about that they had cut their penises while shaving.
Thank you, Norm.
So that was their secret.
Their secret was that they've cut themselves shaving downstairs.
Yeah.
Been there.
Yeah, my brother had a bad one and had to go and talk to my mom, who's a nurse, to see if he needed to go get stitches.
I think that's pretty common when you're new to the shave game.
Yeah, and I think he was using an electric, and there's so many... Like, women have it actually pretty easy for downstairs shaving compared to dudes. Like, you guys are shaving the prairies. We're shaving the Rockies. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Like, all of a sudden, you're lifting things and trying to get around back, and that skin is...
It's fragile. And you
it's
know what?
wrinkly.
Even when you cut, like, your ankle,
Uh-huh.
it's so painful. I remember shaving my legs and I was way too young to be shaving and I cut myself there was so much blood. And I told my sister and she was like, you were shaving your legs? Like, you're a little young for that. And I was like, no, the razor fell. I hit it and it sliced my ankle. And she was like, yeah, okay.
And I think the first time that you cut yourself when you're shaving anything is like,
Sucks. It hurts.
well, and it's like way more blood than you think there should be.
Yeah, exactly. And you
Like-
don't notice it at first until you get out of the shower and
Yeah.
the air hits it and it stings.
That my cut from that fish last week
Yeah.
on my thumb, which is just barely healing now. It's been a week and a half. That's the most blood I've seen from such a small cut in my life.
Saucy Christina said, I mean, we kind of have Rockies too. A little bit.
Yeah. You got the foothills.
Sure.
Unless you're shaving the knockers. Those are, I don't
It's
know.
2 hills.
That's two
hills.
hills. I don't know who shaves those.
Sometimes you got to pluck.
Yeah, fair. What a show today. What a show.
We're just trying to get through it.
No, I'm having fun. Came across a story that I thought I'd share here about a couple teenagers who got themselves into some big trouble. They were carrying a backpack. They went to a secondhand store and they left the backpack at the donation site by accident.
Uh-oh.
So the staff members are like, hey, somebody left this backpack. Let's see if anything's in it. Oh, there were things in it. 43 grams of cannabis and $4,000 roughly in New Zealand dollars inside the backpack. Plus, I think there was a gun in there as well. So these teenagers...
I'm sorry, but if you have that stuff, how are you leaving your bag on the ground?
It was an unlicensed air pistol. Sorry, not a firearm, but close. There was a police scanner. Anyway, they realized they had left this backpack, and so they went back to get it, and the police were there waiting for them.
Oof.
So the staff members saw what was going on, called the cops. The cops came. These guys walk in and arrest themselves pretty much.
This was at a donation place?
Yeah, they were at a secondhand store, and they left it in the donation section of the building. Just a really big screw up.
I'd say.
Can you imagine how pissed you'd be at your buddy who set the bag down in that area? You'd be... I don't think you could be friends anymore.
I get annoyed when you come upstairs after using the bathroom and you're like, where's my phone? Oh, I left it in the bathroom stall. I get annoyed of that just because I feel bad for you if someone were to steal your phone. That's
Right.
$1,000 or
Got
whatever
it.
it is these
Oh,
days.
this is at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So imagine if we were sharing, we both put money in, we got a bunch of weed.
Yeah.
If we were into that, which we're not. I actually passed a dare. I'd be so mad at you.
Uh-huh.
And my gun's in there too? Come on.
Your air pistol.
Yeah.
Unlicensed air pistol. But anyway, they have been arrested. They will see some time behind bars, it sounds like, as I think they're older teens. You wouldn't see a 13-year-old walking around with $4 grand and 43.2 grams of cannabis, I don't think.
That's
so.
right.
They'll be seeing some jail time.
Okay, y'all need to come through. 56? Don't you want to hear a secret?
Yeah, we're only at 56 right now.
Whatever.
But man, look at those views start to climb.
All right, where's Default Dan? Is he busy?
Dan is going to join us next, and we're going to be talking about
We have lots
the
to-
absurd gas prices right now.
Reese, we're going to play Connections with him if you want to get that ready to rock too.
Fabulous.
Gas prices in Edmonton right now are growing very quickly, which I didn't gas up the car yesterday.
Me neither, and it's going to be worse today.
Today's the day.
No!
You still can find some cheaper prices, there's an Esso in Stony Plain.
This is so... this should have been added to the top 6 signs that you're officially an adult. When people start posting on Facebook and stuff being like, hey guys, the Costco on 91st has gas at blank.
Yeah.
Trying to tell people where they can get the cheapest gas.
$1.28 is what it's going for at the Esso and Circle K in Stony Plain. The Costco's are hovering around $1.30, but Default Dan was saying a little earlier today on the drive in, he saw one at damn near $1.60.
Well, no,
liter.
it was a buck nice is what he called it.
Oh, it was $1.69.
How'd you know what that meant?
That says $1. That's $1 nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a common
There's also the
Joke?
If it drops a couple cents, you got a buck.
6, 7.
Yeah. Then there's the buck Yager. You know what that is?
I'm assuming it's Yager's number.
Yeah, 68. Buck 68.
Okay. We should have ended it at nice. That was the funny one.
Do you know what a 68 is in the bedroom?
68 is you got me and I owe you one?
Come on. Don't butcher my punchline. Just say no, I don't know what that is.
No, I don't know what that is.
You do me and I owe you one.
That's what I said.
All right, welcome to the studio, Dan.
Hello, Default
I feel like I
Dan.
just walked into something. That was
Well,
It was heated.
She's trying to steal punchlines and not delivering them properly. How would you handle it as a fiance?
well, I am a person that does tell a lot of my jokes to my wife, and so
Yes.
you know what? She's your workshop. She's your bulletin board. So
Don't
some
tell
of
him
the-
that.
Sometimes she knows the lines.
He'll practice his stand-up jokes on me, and I'll go,
No.
I would have. And then he goes, never mind, and he leaves the room. Away she
Well,
goes.
you know what? I try to tell my jokes to make my wife laugh. So maybe that's his problem, is that he's telling the jokes and he really wants to make you laugh.
You've done stand-up.
I have done stand up one time. I
And?
showed it to 2 people afterwards and they've never spoken to me again.
Okay,
So.
seriously, why did you do it? Did you just go on an amateur night? Where did you lose a bet?
I have a buddy, Lars Kaliu, who's
Oh, yeah.
a pretty fairly well-known comedian in this area, and he was putting on just one of those COVID classes for comedians, and I decided to join in. And then I was the punching bag that took the first bullet of everything. So yeah, I was just I don't know. I just decided to try it. Man, is it hard! Like
So hard.
Yeah, and like I said, I've shown people that were friends beforehand, and then they've never spoken to me since then. So it's been interesting, but that's comedy, right? It's
Yep.
it's part of the fun.
That's the grind.
All right, so you're coming through with a list of ways to save money on gas. Is that what we're doing?
Well, yeah, at $1.69, that you want some tips.
I'm
Okay.
starting to think that this conflict might take a little bit of time to get things figured out. I think we could see things head towards that $2 mark. So I figured I'd do a little bit of research and come up with a list.
Sure.
So some of the things are very common, very, things that we know, like your tire pressure. Checking your tire pressure. The lower your tire pressure, the lower your fuel efficiency. So get on that. And if you don't know what your tire pressure should be, there's a little sticker on the inside of your door that you can actually check to make sure that you're at the right tire pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Next, another tip that they have is
Whoa.
they have is to check your air filter. The air filter within your car is something that actually helps. I think it's like 2% I read of your fuel efficiency can be changed just by cleaning up that air filter, getting that clean air flowing through there as opposed to some of that dirtier air. And then the last tip that I have for the car maintenance angle is a fuel injection cleaner. So you're looking for PEA levels. The more, the better. Apparently, this is an additive that you can just go into the grocery or into like a Canadian Tire or a Home Depot and get your automotive to help with your fuel efficiency within your car. So you just pour that into the fuel tank and that'll help you for a couple of drives there.
I know with the air pressure one, there are little machines now that are pretty cheap that are awesome, and they're good to have on the road anyway in case something goes wrong and you need some air in there to at least get to the gas station or whatever to get some proper air or get to the tire shop. But I think you can get them on Amazon for like $40-$50.
Right.
And you just charge them and they're in your car and they're good to go. And that's a good way to just get the right amount of air in your tires.
This
at all
is how
times,
much I
too.
care about this. As soon as you said fuel injected, I went, that's a Swollen Member song. And now I'm like looking up the lyrics. Anyway, what were we talking about?
That's all right. We're trying to
Jesus,
save money
Mary.
for all the saucers out there that are trying to save some money on gas prices
Yeah.
coming up.
Listen, we're talking about like air filters and stuff. Like when I hear my car having issues, I turn up this music.
That's
Out of
Okay.
ear, out of mind.
probably won't help your fuel efficiency.
No,
but
definitely not.
I'm going to keep it going. There's a couple of other options that you could do. One of the things is you could borrow your friend's or your parents' car and not tell them.
Okay.
now
now
this
we're
is
talking.
on brand.
There you
Here we
go.
go.
Lisa tips.
I
yeah.
figured I'd give some, give you the dry tips to start off, but now we got some more. Another thing is your driving style can change. So braking is a really key way where you're going to lose a lot of your fuel efficiency. So if you can do things like coasting or anticipating the stops ahead of you, driving instead of 2 car lengths ahead, driving 20 car lengths ahead, and trying to plan ahead for those things. The less braking you do, the more fuel you're going to save.
Don't look at me like that.
Nope. I'm not picking any more fights today.
I do
Reece-
go through brake pads like no other.
Reece, you might have to get that judge's wig out. You've got some tensions building in the room here.
Someone asked if Reece is messing with the cameras. Yes, he is. That's not you. You're not going crazy.
Your eyes aren't twitching completely.
No. Don't make people dizzy.
Just everybody tilt to the left now in their
Let's
angles.
mess with
And
Reece.
there we go.
Good luck, Reece.
Another tip for you, and tip number 5 is you can use what's called the Gas Buddy app. I don't know if you've heard of this yet.
Okay, spread the word on this because everyone needs to know about it.
There is an app out there that is actually peer-to-peer based, where you can go in, you log in. It's called Gas Buddy, and you can put it in for your town, your local town, and you can also update the gas prices in your area. But it is just, pure-based review of when you've seen a gas price at a gas station. You go in and you pump that into the specific gas station you saw it at, and then you're going to be able to grab those prices there.
Is there any way to determine if somebody's got good gas too? Because that does make a difference. I've had gas
That was
tanks
one caution
that
I was going to throw
burn
out.
through.
Yes.
And then I've had gas tanks that seem to last way longer, and I feel like there's good gas and there's bad gas.
It's I was worried to mention that because I've heard that conspiracy theory that places like Costco, for instance, where they're able to get cheaper gas is because the chemistry of their gas is just a little bit lower quality, and so it's a little harder on your engine, burns a little bit faster. So maybe you don't necessarily want to use that Costco tip as your way to see fuel, but something to consider too. Yes, when you do see lower gas prices, it could be the quality of the gas is a part of your problem there. So just don't hold on to that gas. Don't use that gas specifically for like your snowblower that you're going to have the gas tank in your shed for 3 years for.
Well, or if you realize, wow, that tank of gas went quick, maybe don't go to the same place again because they're probably on the same big tank.
It's true.
I don't know. I'm talking out my ass completely right now, but I feel like there is genuinely good gas and bad gas.
Mm-hmm.
I got in trouble over the weekend online when I was saying conspiracy theories about how the managers at the gas stations can change prices, and I got yelled at for that pretty bad. So maybe we're barking up another tree here.
Yeah, we are tiptoeing in dangerous territory.
But
Kels in the chat said, I've heard that about Costco, so...
Okay, all right. Well, we're keeping the conspiracy rolling. That's how
let's
these
just
good
do it.
conspiracies go. My last tip that I have for you, as well as carpooling, which kind of lends to the stealing your parents' car and not telling them idea, is drafting. It's something that you hear about a lot in NASCAR, but in racing, but you can do it here in Edmonton as well. If you find yourself behind that bus or that semi truck, just stay there. Because they're breaking the wind for your vehicle, and your vehicle is going to get that little bit of extra fuel efficiency. It's going to help you more out on the highway or on the Hyundai. But if you see a train of people behind semi trucks, that's a bunch of saucers trying to save gas prices.
I love this.
I have to go to the bathroom.
It's because you had smooth tea last
Yes,
night.
can you guys play Connections?
Road game.
Oh, you're just trying to avoid connections because you're bad at it.
I'm sweating.
Go.
Thank you.
All right. We're in this together. Someone in the chat, I think it was Sauce or Lindsay, said that today's Connections is actually really easy. So I feel like default
perfect.
Dan and I have got this.
Let's do it.
Reece, you might need to help us at some point, or we'll check in with the chat room, but
It looks like Gordon's on the microphone now.
my baby.
That's sweet.
I knew I shouldn't have given him smooth tea last night. As soon as I offered it, I was like...
Well, and then you started talking about bathroom breaks at the office or at home, and he started
thinking about using his phone in the stall.
The rumble and the tumble started in the tummy, and here we are.
My bad. This is a first on the Sauce. No one has ever had to emergency leave the show to go to the bathroom.
Well, that you haven't taken a break for.
That's right. I mean, Reece sometimes does the old, I'll be right back, and then we can't have anything up on the screen,
Our
right,
producer
Reece?
list for a few minutes.
I don't know if he's actually ever left. Okay, Connections today. We're in this together. Let's try and get it done. 4 categories, 4 words per category. Best of luck, saucers. Let's play along.
Enhance.
Sorry, when I had to go change all this stuff around without Ryder.
I can hear clicking to my right.
Hashtag blame Ryder.
Ah, yes, because he changed the number of panels on the screen.
Oh, shit. Somebody in the chat said I did do that the other day. I did go to the bathroom during the show.
Oh.
It has been done.
Classic.
My bad.
Classic.
I'm
Oh,
terrible.
you did leave during
I
the
left.
show. Ah, trying to call out Ryder.
I forgot about that.
Savage.
Yeah. Ryder with the sneaky dump. He better get in the chat while he's out of here, at least. Play along connections when you're on the toilet.
Really threw off Ryder here. Really threw off Reese here.
He was sweating. Thanks for your hard work, Reese. Appreciate you.
All right.
Okay. Toast. Maybe it's something that ends in ER. Toaster.
Okay, well, I'm starting to see, I see Penn, Brown, UNC, and Duke right off the hop.
Oh, universities.
The universities and colleges in the U.S.
Okay, so we got Penn,
Brown, UNC, and Duke.
UNC.
Unk. Unless that's Unk. Oh, no.
What?
That was way too, I moved way too fast. I'm sorry. I got excited and just.
Mass, Graham.
Mass might be it. You're right. I feel really bad about that now. Miss is also a part of it too, though. It could be Wash. I got really excited. I'm sorry, chat.
No,
That
don't
was,
say sorry. We love when people come in hot.
That was very eager of me.
But maybe you're onto something. Penn State, Mass, Shooter. Ooh, sorry.
Mass
We were
State.
all thinking it.
Yep.
You weren't?
No.
Oh, my bad, Battle.
Sergeant Battle says no, he was not.
Box set, Mass,
Okay, I'm starting to see
Slugger.
Cuz, Pop, Unk.
Wait, Pop, Slug. Are these baseball? Could it be a?
Oh yeah, it could be.
It could be a baseball thing.
You're right.
Sock.
Sock could be baseball.
Sock,
could be
box, slug.
toast.
Wash.
Miss.
Sheets.
Slug.
Slug.
There's Cuz, Pop, and Unk.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, but what's the other?
Oh, okay. So Unk, Pop, Cuz. These are like shortened words
Graham
for like people in
and
your
Miss?
family.
And Graham.
Or Graham? Yeah, it could
Let's
be.
try it. Graham, Unk,
good-
Pop, and Cuz.
Looks like you guys are off to a good start.
My computer
Good call,
died.
Reese.
Bang.
Good call,
Nice
Reese.
work, guys.
Great job, buddy. I already blew the first guess right off the hop. Was guessing universities.
Okay,
instead
but
of-
that was a good guess.
tried. It tricked me. So
Pen.
sear
I can't even check the chat because my phone died. I can't even cheat.
roast
Ooh.
toast.
Things that get like a little bit hot. Toast, roast, sear,
Sear,
and
roast, toast, and brown?
And brown.
Yeah.
Sear, roast, toast, brown.
Yep. No.
Bang.
Yes.
okay.
Cook with dry heat. Close enough.
Things. Check. Am I on?
No, we got rid of you.
There we go. Things that end in state.
That's what we
Maybe?
were thinking. Penn State.
Miss State, Mississippi State,
Wash state.
Washington State, and
State.
Massachusetts State.
I don't know.
Penn,
That's
Mass.
Penn, Mass. Let's see what the other three or the other four give us.
Yeah, try
So
that.
Duke, Sock, Box, and Slug is going to be a. Oh yeah, that's a fight.
Yeah.
Those are fight terms.
Woo!
Yeah. There you go. Well done.
All punches. Should have got that one first, Dan.
I know. I'm
Running
really
hockey
Yes,
fights.
feeling really bad
seriously.
about this.
Well, I feel bad about what I had to do as well.
I was saying this is a first on the show, and then I remembered Mr. Burns in the chat was like, "No, Lisa, remember when you had to go to the bathroom?"
Yeah. What the hell was that stuff?
So I think it's the smooth move tea has like, I don't know what's in it. It's got to be like some sort of like licorice or something because it kind of tastes like black licorice,
Is
right?
the point of it to?
It's called smooth move.
So it is supposed to.
Makes you poop.
Well, let's not get into details, but I almost didn't make it.
You were sweating.
Yeah, I
You were prairie dogging
almost
it.
didn't make it.
Would you recommend the smooth tea?
No, I'm never touching that stuff again.
If you're constipated, though.
I guess I wasn't though. So why did you give me constipation tea when I wasn't constipated?
I did regret it. After when you were sipping on it, I was thinking this could not end well.
What is the point of it if you're not constipated, though?
There isn't a point.
She just wanted to know it works.
Yeah. I mean, how come it hasn't activated in me yet?
I don't know, but I'm going to start dropping some
Ticking
X-Lax
time
in your
bomb.
drinks.
It is a ticking time bomb. I might have to leave before the end of the show. I guess we'll have to wait and find out. Okay, let's get into 3 stars of anything. We got 15 minutes left of the sauce.
Yes.
Dan, you're in on
I am. I'm
3
so
stars?
excited about this one. Thank you.
Let's
Okay.
do it. Fire up that theme song, Reese.
Poor Reese.
It could
Really
be
messed
an
with him today.
athlete, snacks or cars. It's time we pick our 3 stars of anything.
And as always, today's 3 stars of anything, a presentation of Southview Acura. Family owned and operated on Edmonton's south side. An absolutely lovely place with a stacked showroom and parking lot full of new and pre-owned vehicles you should check out. It's lovely. The staff there is incredible. Southview Acura. Discover why. Luxury meets reality.
Wow, you're a natural.
Thank you.
All right, 3 stars of anything today. Top 3 TV characters. This is going to get pretty heated.
Yeah, we got Dan in on this one as well.
Well, exactly. And so I said, you better have backup answers because if someone goes before you and steals one of yours, you got to come through with something better, or at least try to.
Yeah. So let's get to it. What's the order? Do we always let our guests pick first, maybe?
I think so.
Wow. What an honor.
You got the first overall pick, Dan.
Well, I'm going to do it. I mentioned him, and it's what got me onto this list. So I'm going to take Homer Simpson off the board. He's been on television for some 20-plus years. I don't know if you can beat him.
Okay. Good answer. Reese, you want to fire away next?
Yes. I'm just going to go with a simple one right off the bat. Michael Scott. Everybody's favorite boss.
It's a top pick.
He is a terrific character, yeah. Lisa.
My gosh, when he promises that school they'd all get iPads.
Scott's Tots.
So
Yeah,
good.
that was top notch.
Absolutely incredible. My first overall pick, I got to go with Georgie boy. George Costanza. George can't stand you.
This is a hell of a first round.
I know. I'm
is.
actually quite nervous about who's going to win.
I'm going to go a different direction. You guys all went with comedies. I'm going a little more from the drama field, and my first overall pick is Tony Soprano.
Ooh.
The
Wow.
character development over the years, the way that you were rooting for such a man that did such bad things was just a really unique feeling.
Bad husband.
Yeah, he was kind of a piece of shit, but
Yeah.
like you wanted the best for him. He was so lovable at times. Tony Soprano. Your second pick.
Oh
Dan.
man, I don't know if I have any drama picks on my list, but my list is going to go back to my childhood, and I'm not going to let this one go off the board. It's going to be Mr. Dress Up. He to me epitomizes kindness. I know Mr. Rogers, they can have him down in the United States. Mr. Dress Up is our childhood. He is Canadian content to me.
That
I
is
guess
a
I gotta
good one.
gotta get rid of my second and third pick, Casey and Finnegan.
Ah, classic. Bold of you to pick two characters, but hey, might have won. Might have won.
Reese, your second pick, best
Okay.
TV characters of all time.
My second pick. You kind of had to watch The Walking Dead, but Glenn from The Walking Dead.
Which one was he the guy with the bat?
He was.
I think all of them were constantly fearing that they'd be attacked by zombies, so I think a lot of them had weapons.
Well, you know what I'm
Like a
talking
bat.
about.
He was definitely not the guy with the bat.
The bat.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen it.
Me neither, but everyone knows that scene.
I
With
don't.
the wires around the bat.
No, I have no idea.
One of the most hardcore scenes ever.
Okay.
But yeah, Glenn, awesome dude, great guy.
Okay.
We're going Glenn with
Glenn from The
Reese's
Walking Dead.
second pick.
This is tough because it all depends on what the viewers have watched.
Uh-huh.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
My second overall pick is Walter White. Walter White from Breaking Bad is my second overall pick.
Also kind of like Tony Soprano with the anti-hero thing.
I'm the man who... What's his line? I'm the one that makes the calls. Oh, no, I don't remember the line. I got to rewatch Breaking Bad.
one who knocks.
I am the one
Yeah,
who knocks.
that's it.
Thank
Good
you,
job,
Reese.
Reese.
Appreciate you.
With my second overall pick, I'm going with, we've got a few dads selected already. I'm going to keep that trend alive. The dad from Modern Family, Phil Dunphy.
So funny.
I could watch any episode of that show ever, and my favorite moment from the episode is 90% of the time something that Phil has done or said.
I loved the youngest kid in that one.
Yeah,
Oh
there were
my
so many
gosh.
good characters in that show, but
Not a bad character in it.
Circling back to Walter White, remember the scene where there's the broken plate and he's got someone captured in the basement that he can trust, and then he goes upstairs and he's throwing out the rest of the pieces of shard, and then he thinks to himself, oh, I should probably check, and he places it all together and it's missing one perfect sharp
peace.
shard, and he's like, oh no, this guy's plan was to stab me, and then he has to like get him.
Okay.
No one?
You know what?
Anyone?
I haven't watched the show in 15 years, so I need to,
It's
I think,
due
take
for a
another run
rewatch.
at it.
Yeah.
I did start it the other day again, like probably within the last 6 months, but it's almost, for a show that you've seen already all the way through, it feels a little daunting trying to take
Start
it on.
again.
Yeah. Like, you know how many seasons it is, you know the emotional roller coaster feels weird. It's like a roller coaster. Do you want to go ride it again
Right.
after what it just put you through?
That's why I just watch comedies over and over
Yeah,
again.
I was just watching
nonstop.
Schitt's
Fair.
Creek.
All right, let's get into our third picks.
My pick is going to come from across the pond. I think he defined comedy for me when I was younger. It's going to go to Mr. Bean. Rowan Atkinson's Mr. Bean character, which started as a British television character.
This is a strong list.
I thought you were going to take the Ricky Gervais version of Michael Scott from The Office.
That would have been
an interesting
awesome.
one, yeah.
When I think of Mr. Bean, I just think of that time that scene where he's going through the traffic circle and he just keeps going
Oh, yes.
around and
Round and
around. And
Yeah, I've been
so-
there.
Yeah.
I've broken out the Mr. Bean dance at every dance I've ever been at. The little,
Sweet.
the little flail. Yeah.
Reese, your third pick.
My final pick. Gonna go with a more recent one. I was gonna go Dwight Schrute, but I don't want to go two back-to-back Office.
Okay.
I mean, it could get you votes,
But I'm gonna go with Ted Lasso.
Oh.
Genuinely one of the best people ever, and just like the funniest dude in the world.
Awesome.
I disagree about funny, but wholesome, yes. Likable, yes.
You hate Ted Lasso?
No, but I mean, it got to the point where it's like, all right,
Wow. I
a
think
little-
Ted Lasso could fix the Edmonton Oilers right now.
well, bring them in. It's time. My third and final pick is Fleabag. If you never watched Fleabag, I don't know what you're doing
It's
with your
so
life.
good.
It's so freaking good. Phoebe Waller-Bridge plays Fleabag. It's the name of the show. It's her name in the show. A perfect character.
Yep, she's top notch in that. I'm surprised.
I mean, she's a mess, but
you didn't go as Julia Dreyfus's character from Veep.
oh, why didn't I do that?
Is it Julia Louis Dreyfus? Okay, because I wanted to say Lewis.
I do
I
love
knew
her
that
in
was right.
Veep. But I also love Fleabag, so that one's tough.
All right, for my third pick, I changed it. I was gonna go with Job from Arrested Development, which is a top-notch character, but I think it's a little bit too
Niche.
niche.
I don't think so. Arrested Development is a very popular show.
Yeah. When we brought it up earlier today, the Trailer Park Boys, I'm going to go with Ricky. Ricky from the Trailer Park Boys might be one of the most well-rounded comedic characters of all time. He's just ridiculous.
Worst case Ontario.
Yeah, and the Ricky-isms, there's so many storylines about his life that are great.
Ooh, Buster in Arrested Development.
Also so good.
Great
yeah.
honorable mention. The hell is Fleabag? Lance, please.
Yeah, watch it.
Watch Fleabag.
Yeah, it's so good.
I thought you were going to go Leahy for sure.
He was a great character too. I met him, not Jim Leahy, the character, the actor, and he was lovely.
Really?
Yeah, and he was like a poet almost. The way he worded things
wow.
he was a genius.
Yeah, he was a big time. Oh my gosh, I can't even think of the word. He was a thespian.
Yeah,
Cool.
and like the big thing that everybody knows about him is that he didn't ever drink.
Right.
He never drank a drink, but everybody has been Jim Leahy at some point in their life.
Well, and his acting skills to play a drunk
Yes.
person when you're sober is one of the most difficult things you can do as
I would
an
imagine,
actor.
yeah.
It's funny that you say that because same thing with Gene Simmons. He's never had a sip of alcohol in his life, and he has an alcohol line.
Company.
I mean, he's from Kiss.
Yeah.
You'd think
Party.
never has touched alcohol.
That's what Trump says too, hey?
Trump claims he's never touched anything, but
Reese.
I don't know.
Have you done your 3 already? Yeah, we're good. Let's recap our 3 picks, and then we will open the voting over on the chat.
this is going to be a tough one, and we got to get to the honorable mentions because there's some really good ones today. All right, what are your top 3, Dan?
I went Homer Simpson, Mr. Dress Up, and Mr. Bean.
Reese?
I had Michael Scott, Glenn from The Walking Dead, and Ted Lasso.
Oof. I went with George Costanza, Walter White, and Fleabag.
And I had Tony Soprano, Phil Dunphy, and Ricky from Trailer Park Boys.
Ooh, Dan's going to win some people over with the Mr. Dress Up one. That one is tugging at some heartstrings.
Sarah is saying you think that Arrested Development is more niche than Trailer Park Boys. I would say in Canada it is.
Yeah, I would argue that
Interesting.
as well.
I think like in the States you'd flip that around, but everybody I know has seen at least a few episodes of Trailer Park Boys.
I was there when they filmed their movie. I was in the movie theater for the
What?
scene where they were stealing the rocket ship with the coins. I was in there.
I had a
That's
funny story
awesome.
about their movie. I had speakers on the deck at my old house that were you could connect to the TV if you wanted to listen to music on the TV.
Right.
They'd play, and I didn't realize I had them on. And I would watch the Trailer Park Boys movie that like broke the world record for the most F-bombs in it.
Right.
It was about them trying to delegalize or criminalize weed again.
Mm-hmm.
And the entire neighborhood would have heard.
That's so
Like
good.
I just picture
This guy's got really good taste.
picture families out for a
Right.
walk, like with little 3-year-olds trying to learn a bike, and just the Trailer Park Boys blasting in the
bubbles.
background.
riffing F-bombs around them.
Okay, here are the honorable mentions in the chat. Cherie says Big Bird.
Oh, well.
Gotta love Big Bird. What else have we got in the chat here? Bob Ross. We've got Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Sophia from Golden Girls. I actually had Rose from Golden Girls written down
Betty White.
as a possible option if one of mine had been taken.
Saucy Sarah says Ron Swanson. That's such a good answer. We've got Schmidt from New Girl is a fun one. Peter Griffin is a very popular answer in the chat today.
J-Rock coming in from Trailer Park Boys. Here.
Saying?
Jonathan Torrance's.
Stole my punchline there again.
Well, you were taking too long.
Here.
Know what I'm saying?
Kramer. Yeah, I thought someone was going to come through with Kramer when I had my George Costanza, but I guess not.
was
Lance
thinking-
says his favorite TV character of all time is Tyler Yaremchuk.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh my gosh.
We got
Tyler
a
is-
tight battle right now.
Kenny
Tyler is
Powers.
not a real person
No.
behind the camera. He's not a real person at all.
No, he's an alien. Did you guys know that? We actually power him up here at the studio.
He's only a TV character.
We plug him in. Kenny Powers is such a good answer. What a throwback.
Bit of a still, I would say niche still. No,
Yeah,
like
Eastbound and Down.
That was the early days of HBO before like people you had to like pay your cable subscription to do it,
Right.
not just subscribe to HBO Max or whatever.
That's fair, yeah.
So, but yeah, Kenny Powers. I mean, fuck, you're fucking out. I dressed up as him as Halloween one time.
Such a good
Amazing,
character.
amazing.
He was great. And I love how he rolls with the same crew in a lot of his different shows. Righteous Gemstones, there's some incredible characters
Righteous
in that.
Gemstones is, well, the first season is super good.
It's
Okay.
untouchable, the first season. For like, in my opinion, for comedy series.
The sister,
Yeah, she's top
laugh
notch.
out loud funny. If you've never watched Righteous Gemstones,
Writing
you're
it
missing
down.
out. Yeah, because it's got Kenny Powers in it, so
There you
like
go.
you'd love it.
Yes.
All right, let's get to our bets for today and then wrap this show up.
Yeah, and then we'll check in and see what the votes are at for 3 stars of anything. So please get your votes in right now because we got to get to that right away here. Okay, so this segment brought to you by Sports Interaction Sportsbook and Casino. Every game's your game when you bet with Sports Interaction. From puck drop to overtime, bet with Canada's homegrown sportsbook. 19 plus. Play responsibly, please.
Guess how many likes we got on the show today? No secret, but
Pretty close.
69.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. You want to go first with your bet?
Sure. So I'm really hoping the Oilers can pull through tonight. I have under 4.5 goals and anytime goal scorer, Connor McDavid.
Under is a bold bet.
Well, I was thinking the defense is going to come through. I don't know.
It was the first time we had been under since January 20th last game.
So that's why my odds are
Yeah.
extreme.
But you
never know.
I really like Connor Murphy's game and how much he's calming down the defense around him too.
We'll see.
Yeah. All right. I went with, I think McKinnon and McDavid, especially after the heartbreak at the Winter Games, both have something to prove.
They're going to fist fight.
They're both going to score. I picked an Oilers upset over the Avs, and both McKinnon and McDavid finding the back of the net. Pretty good odds on that, too. If you want to ride with me, feel free to do so. If you want to ride with either of us, just know that I am much better at winning the bets as of late than Lisa is. So you can choose who you want to
Yesterday
ride
was a
with.
rough start for me. It was a rough start.
Yeah.
The LA Kings winning, I was not happy about that.
Her ticket was hooped about
Immediately.
7 seconds after leaving the show. Oh.
Anyway, every game is your game and you bet with sport. It's gonna be the highest scoring game tonight.
Yeah.
Just wait.
It's going to be like
It's gonna be
15
8-7.
goals, like the Buffalo-Tampa game.
Buffalo
Yeah.
Tampa
It's gonna be
game.
8-7. Every game's your game and you bet with Sports Interaction. Get in on the action with Parlay Boosts, live betting, and easy deposits and payouts. You can bet now at sportsinteraction.com/OilersNation 19+. Please play responsibly.
Dan, thank you for joining the show.
Very welcome. Thank you
Who
for
won?
having me.
Who won?
It's looking like Reese and I are tied again.
You guys.
So we need one more vote. It's 28% for him, 28% for I.
I'm right behind you.
We've got way too many people in the chat right now to not have that many votes.
To have, okay,
We've
looks
only
like
got
it should
40
be
votes.
broken now. Reese
6
gets
more votes
it
for
win.
mine, and I'll be in the win. Dang it.
Yeah, Dan, you didn't win.
Tough look. Thanks, chat.
Reese has it. Congratulations.
What did Reese win with? Ted Lasso?
His cousin's voting for him. Oh, Reese needs our help, guys. Send out the family group chat.
Sorry, I've got a support staff.
Yeah, what's that like?
All right, we'll be back tomorrow. We got Liam joining the show. We'll be recapping the Oilers and Avs game tonight. Get a nap in today, and then you can enjoy it guilt-free with the 8 o'clock start. Go Oilers, stay saucy.
Can't believe you
See
guys
tomorrow.
didn't get a secret. So close.
Too bad, so sad.
Yep.
Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, like it, hype it, and share it with your friends.
And to not miss any of our content, make sure you're subscribing to the Oilers Nation YouTube channel.
Freaking nailed it.